all of the dreams I'd make believe, thinking of sights I'll never see. I'm chasing a picture printed in my head. There's no time left. Images no one's ever made, colors I never could create. But if I could go back to this scene again for one more breath, taking every chance, I'ma give my all. We've been lost so many years. I can see my soul through a different lens, and the focus crystal clear. You know I'm taking my shot, and I'm coming ready or not. You know I'm taking my shot, and there's no way I'll ever stop. You know I'm taking my shot.
Deep in my heart I feel the notes, singing the songs I've always known. I'm riding a road I never thought I'd find, no words describe. Illuminate this world for me, so many places out of reach. We've opened a story that's been brought to life. It's ours tonight, taking every chance. I'ma give my all. We've been lost so many years. I can see my soul through a different lens, and the focus crystal clear.
You know I'm taking my shot, and I'm coming ready or not. You know I'm taking my shot, and there's no way I'll ever stop. You know I'm taking my shot, and I'm coming ready or not. You know I'm taking my shot, and there's no way I'll ever stop. You know I'm taking my shot. These different paths we're facing, hop on the journey, let's take it. No matter what, I'll make it. I'm near for the treasure, I'm near for the treasure, treasure.
Stand your ground in the presence of a champion. Ain't no breaks when you're climbing up the pantheon. I know the plan too long, I got my handle on this new scene. Got the people acting all withdrawn, the world open. Wind in my back, I feel free, I'm in motion. Going too fast to release an explosion. Power too big, I believe that you're chosen. Like it or not, I bring heat, ayy. A road to victory's a tour de force. Change the course, we throw it down, got no remorse. Move with force, I shout it till my voice is hoarse. Monster wars, my heart be beating out of sorts. Ayy, girl got class, but you're checking out my ID. Know I go hard, better level up for my team. 1V, 2V, EV, IV, leaving KO'd, heavy spinning, no side beam.
These different paths we're facing, hop on the journey, let's take it. No matter what, I'll make it. I'm near for the treasure, I'm near for the treasure, treasure.
Team full of stars, we the best, that's by any means. In another league, at the top of the academy. Both thought it was sweet, thinking they could walk all on the team. Cap squad, time to give him hands since that's what he needs. My squad is colossal, heaters run me if they intervene. Feel like Miller opposition, Bird to Chris, no overheat. Dog him with the K's and I's, no matter if he close to me. I'll hound him with the piece, and when it flare, he turn to smithereen. Hurt his pride, it's a battle that he won't forget. Pull up in that thing, speakers bang, know what time it is. Know we party rockin' other lames, they can't get with it. Can't dance with the stars, you muck, moving too slow for this. Cassiopeia status, big boss, yeah, it's in the name. Ain't no playing games, putting any challenge to the shame. Trainers like Vaporeon, trying to be a part of the wave. You can't step the glory on many levels you can't obtain.
These different paths we're facing, hop on the journey, let's take it. No matter what, I'll make it. I'm near for the treasure, I'm near for the treasure, treasure. Woo!
Time power, know that I'm the one to handle it. They unaware, bearing out chances just to damage it. I'm playing fair, don't just no one else has gone further. Shaking up the scene and dropping bangers like a bomb burner. Keep a keen eye out, watch for your turn. They still say luck and leave it grounded and like all fun. There's back and forth, I'm sorry, but I'm not about it. Yesterday, oblivious the way the vision stays clouded. Feel like I've a part of me, one starting to hard to see. Yeah, charted the part of me, trying to scarlet, we hardly be. I promise we can pull up with the fisticuffs. Got a knuckle sandwich that is fueled by herb and mysticus. Knit their claw for a dwarf in every challenge. Competition scores with no other road cannon. How could they imagine me being a foe's dragon? I'm quaking the earth, something bigger than the champion.
These different paths we're facing. Hop on the journey, let's take it. No matter what, I'll make it. I'm here for the treasure. I'm here for the treasure, treasure, yeah. I'm here for the treasure, treasure. I'm here for the treasure, treasure, yeah.
What is up, my turtles? My name is Jimmy, also known as Jimmy Tortuga, and welcome to the stream, my friends. I hope you are having an absolutely fantastic day. I had a frog in my throat because I literally just finished eating. I hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Thanks for all the lurks and everything. Happy Wednesday. Again, not typically live on a Wednesday. I'll be back to my normal schedule starting next week. Howdy, Mark. What's up, Mark? It's good to see you. And welcome in, friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, so we're live with yet another multi-Mayhem Team Scarlet. I say race, but it's going to be just kind of racking up points for Team Scarlet here, because, you know, we totally need the points. It's good stuff. What's up, Warrior Goddess? How you doing, friend? It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Let me just do a couple of things here. Right here. So I'm a little bit behind, so I do apologize for being a little bit late. I actually took a little longer to make dinner than what I thought it was going to, so I do apologize. But we're not going to waste any more time. We're going to undeafen because Soy has been waiting patiently for us, and I really do appreciate it. So we are here. We're going to be hunting the giraffe today. How's the week? I mean, it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. I mean, it can't be anything. So I'm gonna go ahead on deafen. We're gonna say hello to Soy, or hola to Soy.
Cat. Nice.
Hola.
Guess I'll keep this. Hi, Jimmy.
Hello. Sorry, I'm late again. I feel bad. I always feel bad when I'm late to scheduled streams.
Nah, don't worry. Life is life. Life is busy. I've been very busy this week, so I totally understand.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy late New Year's, yes. Because I don't think, we hadn't been on call for some time, right?
Oh, it's been some time. I literally think it was the cage lock.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. That was fun, by the way.
Yeah, that was super fun. It went out with a bang. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch it.
Go watch the ending, or go watch the death compilation. That's how you know it was fun. We have death compilation.
Yeah, go watch that. That's amazing. That was yours though. Absolutely gotta do yours. So I'm watching like your stream and your game, and it's so weird looking at everything in Spanish. It's like I don't know what it's trying to say. I know huevo. That's all I know.
This is something that I've been mentioning to Chaos and Wolfos over the last few multis. I hate the translations. It's my job to interpret English from Spanish in the morning, and the translations are just so bad.
Yeah. It did end up with a bang, yeah. Yeah, it did, Mark. It absolutely did.
Hi, Pops, from the other side.
So what would be the best, would normal work okay with this? I honestly can't say I paid too much attention.
I don't know what else spawns. First of all, like, where are we going? Because
Area Zero.
Was thinking Area Zero, yeah?
Yeah, Area Zero, the third research station, should be pretty good. I'll do a normal sandwich and we'll see what happens.
I think they actually just start spawning from the moment you drop in. Like they're all over in Area Zero.
Yeah, I think so, but I think the best area, I think anyway, is gonna be Research Station 3. Yo, what's up, Odra Paul? Hope you were well, friend.
Hey, that's beautiful. I appreciate. I can tell the Morgan name is nice.
Morgan.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm going to. Well, whenever I do get this cat, that I'm going to stop hunting now, so I can go search for the giraffe. Whenever I do get that cat, it's going to be named after one of my cats.
I love the cats. Mine was literally named Skylar in my main playthrough.
I used Fuecoco in what is quote-unquote my main playthrough, but since I'm recording that, I'm not even done with my main playthrough, so this is my secondary, right. And this is my main, obviously, because this is the one where I've done everything already, but right. The other one's going to become my main eventually. Eventually.
My multi-Twitch has a typo? Oh boy, does it?
Oh yes, you're Jimmy Tortiga.
I am Jimmy Tortiga. Thank you. That's funny.
Thank you. I won't be Jimmy Tortiga anymore.
I have all the names, don't worry about it. This is also what happens when you are typing super fast and you're behind. Multi-boop.
Multi-boop. What am I, like, you're doing normal. What am I going to get if I do psychic?
I honestly don't know.
I'm going to try that just for fun. Just so that we have different spawns.
Yeah, I mean, we're not racing since we're on the same team. I thought for some reason you were on Violet. Even though you're playing Violet. Maybe that's why I thought you were on Violet.
That is actually, that actually makes sense. I'm playing on Violet, but I'm not Violet. Hola, Bochito, ¿cómo andamos? Y no te preocupes por los hackeos intensos, porque eso de los hackeos pasa mucho ahí en el Discord. Pepper's pain. No, Bree, don't be mean to Pepper. Pepper deserves love too.
It doesn't need a cat named after him. That's funny. Word Goddess wishing everyone in chat a nice day. Thank you so much. See, look at that. I immediately get the giraffes, including the big giraffe. So this is a good spot.
I'm going to see how to make the sandwich that I need, because I don't even know.
Oh, Chansey is normal type, isn't it?
Yes, actually, yes.
Okay, so I have a chance for a shiny Chansey.
Those are super rare, man. No one has any chances.
Ed has none. Warrior Goddess with the shiny luck, thank you so much. So you get Chanseys if you do a normal type sandwich. So
I'm going to I need an onion. This is an onion. And I'm going to need, I have this, I have this.
So, and then the other one is a darker, you have yours on your screen. Yeah, it's like a red with the blue nose, is for a giraffe. Sweet. Mark wishing chat a nice day. Mark also with the double shiny luck, or Captain Pops. SoloSalo. I'm still
I am giving shiny luck.
So used to your old name. I've known you a long time. I still know you as Soy.
I mean, that's fine. I did used to go by Soy. And I didn't even mind the Soy, but what I didn't like was that my username was too long.
Uh-huh. What was this, SoloSalo monster?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Soy is just quick and easy, but the full thing was a bit too much.
But I've known you since the Streamer Planet days.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
It definitely feels that way. That is for sure.
That was pre-pandemic time, so that already feels like an eternity ago.
Yeah, that was pre-pandemic, and we never actually did meet. And then pandemic happened. I think the server was gone by the time pandemic happened. Or I say gone, but just not active.
More so inactive, yeah. I didn't get the right sandwich, I don't think. I didn't get encounter. I only got.
Oh, you got gigantic. I think
yeah.
I think I can read that enough. So no, that's not what you want. What herbs did you use?
What does gigantic even mean?
Big giraffes.
Oh, I get big giraffes. Pokemon. You know, we don't want big giraffe.
Literally just big giraffe. What herbs did you use?
Apparently, I need to use salty and sour. I think I used spicy.
I think you're supposed to just do one, like, you just did the onions. Maybe you only need to do one salty. If I read
have no idea.
If I read the thing properly that I saw. The only reason I didn't do that is because I don't have very many salty herbs. I don't have very many herbs in general, to be fair.
Yeah, no, we're on the same boat on that one. And, Bray, I think that happens a lot. When you try to pet the cat and it just bites you, I think that happens a lot.
They're love bites. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, Botcito, ¿qué pasó el otro día con tu tarea de español? Porque no sé si eras tú quien estaba haciendo tarea de español, creo que sí. The other day when I was streaming with Wolfos, we had someone in my chat doing Spanish homework, so of course we offered to help. Wolfos especially.
Yeah. I was gonna say exactly. Wolfos did most of it, right?
Yes, Wolfos got an A+.
Good. You're salty enough.
You're already
You're
salty
not
enough.
wrong. He's not wrong. What was I gonna say about that? Well, yeah, I mean, literally the last time we were in call, I do sincerely think it was for the cage lock. I don't think we've, I mean, we've chatted, and actually it was Salo that did the amazing layout that you guys see right now. So
I did.
so that is really cool.
If you like it, I did do it. If not, then it wasn't me. No, but I did, and I remember you mentioning how it seems like it's kind of breathing. Has anyone mentioned that in chat before?
They haven't, no, but no, it does. It looks like it's breathing in the background. Wow, I keep running into these things.
It's teeming with life.
Mm-hmm. But no, it was a lot of fun doing the cage lock and everything, and we're super excited to have you join the multi mayhem. I hope you had some good multis. Who have you multied with so far? I know, obviously, Chaos Wolfos you mentioned.
Well, that's it.
And me? Oh, that's it. I thought you were.
The thing is that when Chaos told me, I already knew that these days I wouldn't have as much time to do stuff. But I was like, okay, I'll just say yes and do as many as I can.
Yeah,
because
that's all we
because I knew it was going to be fun.
Yeah.
Hola, Panucho. ¿Qué tal, señor Tanuki? ¿Cómo se encuentra usted? Andamos aquí bilingüeando. I did get the right sandwich this time. I only messed up once.
Okay, well, was it the same herbs that you did, or did you switch?
No,
the herbs?
last time I used the spicy one, so I just switched one to sour, and that worked.
So it was salty sour?
Yep.
Okay, there we go.
Listening to... Okay, Tanuki here says that he's listening to me bilingual. Go bilingual. I want to have...
You don't do a whole lot of English in your streams usually, do you?
It depends on who's around. If no one's around that speaks English, then I have no reason to.
Yeah.
But I don't mind if people that speak English are around.
Mm-hmm.
But most of my the people that usually hang out, they just speak Spanish.
I learned Spanish, and I didn't use it enough, I think, to really catch up on it. And it's been a long time since I really used it.
That's the thing with any language, though. If you don't practice, you're just going to forget it.
Yeah, I think that's true with anything, not even just languages.
Well, maybe not with riding a bike.
Yeah, I mean, you'll be rusty at it, but you know, eventually
you'll fall
get
off
the
your
hang.
bike, probably.
Oh yeah. I have a lot of red birds on my screen.
I have a lot of... Oh, I didn't remember that. I'm going to get some meta champs, too.
Yes. Okay. That's good to know.
Hopefully not in all of the areas. I do see mostly giraffes. Secure... Oh, wait, I'm going to have to try that trick. That sounds like a good trick. And yes, Tanucci, Joe Tanuki here is saying that he also... He does speak English, but he says that he forgets how to answer some things, which makes a lot of sense.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you again, it's vice versa too. If you know English but you don't use it all that often, it's like I mean, to be fair, I speak English daily, and I still struggle at it. So,
And I still forget how to speak English.
yeah, words are hard. I literally have a command that says words and talk and read and all of that fun stuff because I literally can't read. I literally can't speak, but I honestly don't think that's English. I think that's just me, and that's just the qualification to be a streamer. You don't read, you don't. You don't
I mean,
talk.
I don't know how to read, so that makes perfect sense to me.
Is that why you
That is
haven't
one
been
of
following the rules, Keppa?
I had a voice command that was from Kid Icarus, the 3DS one.
Uh-huh.
There's one particular part of the game where he is like falling and he thinks that he's going to die, and he goes like, "I never learned how to read," and I had that voice command set up.
That's great. I never learned how to read.
I never learned how to read. That is facts.
That is
Ah,
funny.
this giraffe is trying to attack me. I'm getting some Espeons too. Interesting.
That's.
Oh, no.
I mean, that's
That
not a
giraffe
bad
caught me.
Pokemon. I don't have.
I
that
really
in
don't
this
like
game.
that shiny though.
Yeah, a lot of people say that. They say I never actually saw it in Legends Arceus, but people said it was awful in PLA.
I didn't do a whole lot in Legends Arceus, but I already don't like it. The funny thing is that Espeon is probably my favorite evolution after Jolteon, because I love Jolteon, and I'm not a big fan of shiny Jolteon either. I just call it Kryptonite, and that sounds cool. But Espeon I really don't like.
You don't like the shiny Espeon, huh? You don't like the drastic change to the green?
I mean, I'll at least admit that it's cool that the shiny is pretty noticeable, but that doesn't mean I like it.
So, like, in terms of a shiny, you know, it's a good shiny, but it doesn't look good. You know, but when I say good shiny, it means it's super noticeable.
Yeah, I think that a good shiny has to be super noticeable, or at least noticeable, and not like Garchomp and Gengar.
Garchomp and Gengar have shinies? What? I mean, what?
Exactly. Another
when
great
they're
example
mega-
is Slowpoke.
Yeah, unless Garchomp and Gengar are Mega'd or Gigantamaxed, you know. That's the only time you see their true shinies.
Their true potential.
Slowpoke, I can't help you there. You gotta evolve it.
Yeah, well, at least I do like Slowbro. Slowbro shiny is
Slowbro
cool.
is really nice. Slowking is noticeable too. Better than Slowpoke.
Better, but not really that good.
Yeah, better than Slowpoke. Blue nose? No. Ah, bird.
Wait, what kind of bird are you getting?
It's a Braviary.
Oh, it makes sense. That is normal.
That is a normal bird. So, fun fact, when Sword and Shield initially came out, and you remember all the raids, the shiny raids that were going on?
Yeah.
So I was waiting for one in the wild area, just, you know, minding my own business, just kind of waiting. And a Braviary ran into me, and it was blue. Just randomly.
I mean, that's nice.
I do believe that was Shiny Charm, but yeah, that was back in, what, December 2019 is when the game came out, or November 2019, but I think that happened in December. So that was good, that was fun.
I had my first shiny, like, in the whole game in this generation. I was just streaming with some friends, and one of them was like, "Oh, I have a 6-star incursion, right? Let's just do it." And we're like, "Okay."
Yeah.
And then we started at the raid, and we went all through it. And just like right before it was about to die, I was like, "Does that nose look like more orange to you?"
I remember seeing that because then we later learned that the raids were full odds. The Shiny Charm does not affect the raids. So you got a 1 in... And I've read, like, in several different places that the raids are actually a little more than full odds. They're like 1 in 4,100 or something like that. Instead of the 4,096.
The odds of that were like astronomically high, and then we were just like, "Oh, well," and we didn't even notice.
Yeah, you didn't
I
notice until
honestly
the
thought
end,
it was
yeah.
the lighting up until like the very, very end of the raid.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. I found that awesome when you shared that. I think you shared it in my Discord. Twitter,
I put
definitely.
I put the whole video of the raid on YouTube as well, and
Yeah.
and we really didn't notice. We were so shocked when we like saw the summary, and we were like, oh, well, I guess it's shiny.
I guess it's shiny.
It has an orange butt face.
Now, the game was not nearly as nice. It took me, the entire playthrough, and even then some. It took me 55 in-game hours to get my first shiny.
I mean, I was really lucky with that, but getting an actual, well, not an actual, because that's an actual shiny, but what I meant is, like, finding a shiny, just, like, doing something, it really took me a long time as well. And it's funny because it was only in Violet. In Scarlet, during my playthrough that I was recording, I found another full art shiny.
Oh, good. Yeah, when I did my Violet playthrough, I found, I think, 2 full odd shinies. I found, or maybe 3, because I found Psyduck, I found Wattrel, and I found a Pawmi. All of that was full odds during the playthrough. Yeah. And I
Oh, no
did the
seas
Violet
villanesco.
playthrough
O supongo que
awesome.
villanesco. I was like thinking about which Pokemon I actually wanted to use in Scarlet for my playthrough, and when I found I found a shiny Meditite, and I was like, oh well, I guess I have to use this now.
I guess I gotta use the shiny. That's awesome.
Because I did say like a couple of videos before that if I did find a shiny, that I was going to use it, no questions asked. And I had just evolved my Pomo, and I was like, okay, well that's going to be my fighting type. And then I got the Meditite, and I was like, oh, guess not.
Guess not.
I had to kind of abandon him. Hola, Vito,
Right.
¿cómo estás?
Right.
I was also intending to use Arboliva, but since I switched around a couple of months, then it didn't really make a lot of sense.
Right. How we doing? We got 14 minutes left on the sandwich.
How are you, Mr. Botcito? Tú nomás acuérdate para eso de la canción Bot. Le tienes que decir que fine, fine, fine. Y very good, very good. There's a famous, well, sort of famous song where the lyrics literally just say, fine, 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 very good, very good, very good. And the rest of the song is in Spanish, but they do say that in English.
Yeah, I love it. Like if you watch like English dubbed anime, it's like or even like English subbed is what I meant to say. When you watch like anime, it's like all of a sudden they'll say something like the Japanese voice actors will just say something randomly in English, and it's like, why?
I mean, look at All Might, the United States of Smash. I have no idea where I'm at now, so I'm just gonna jump down here.
Oh, this place was
Hey,
very confusing initially when you first came through it. It's like I was so lost, especially since the fact that I didn't have Koraidon.
You don't have your ride, so it's like,
Yeah. And then, of course,
What do
I
I
didn't
do?
realize I could jump down, that my phone would save me.
Oh, well, I didn't even try, but now that you say that, does make sense.
I tried that on my Violet copy, and yeah, it's like that saved a lot of time.
I still had
Yo,
I still had the
JGG,
fear
thanks so
from
much for the
Legends
follow.
Arceus,
Welcome on
where
into
if
the
you
Tortuga
just
Show.
jump, you die.
Thanks so much for wishing Chad a nice day. Yeah. Yeah, no, you're
I was
so used to
legitimately scared to jump down the first
Legends,
time.
Yeah, Legends Arceus, because there was fall damage in that one. Not so much in this game.
Oh, hey, I just found a place where if I do get the giraffe, I can go for Spathra.
Oh, nice.
I don't have that one yet, and I do want it. I've tried to hunt Flittle in Outbreaks, but it's so small. I feel like I either didn't get it or I didn't see it.
Yeah, I mean, it's noticeable enough because I did Flittle the other day when I was, doing more multi-mayhem stuff, and I got 2 of them. I still gotta evolve one into Espathra. which is good. Have you used Espathra at all?
I used it in this one in my playthrough for Violet.
I love it so much. I love its Luminia crash, and then, like, oh, you're gonna set up in my face? I'm just gonna copy your stats, you know, no big deal.
Oh, well, that was the sad part. You know what happened to me? I didn't know that it had that ability.
You didn't have
the one that I was using had Frisk. So I was just like, okay, well, Frisk is not super useful, but I'll take it.
Blue Nose.
And then
Blue Nose, I got it.
I learned that it had the other one.
I got the giraffe.
Like, oh, let's go. GG.
I got the giraffe.
I got
Let's go.
attacked by a giraffe, but it's not shiny.
Yeah. Let's go. Do I like shiny Totodile? I do. I love shiny Totodile.
Vayan a ver a Jimmy si quieren, porque ya consiguió a su jirafa.
Yes.
Ahí está el multi. Y Dito, ¿te refieres a los puntos que puedes contribuir en el chat de Discord?
Yeah.
Porque según yo no, siempre y cuando tengas como
Let's
prueba de
go.
que
Let's get
estabas
some
viendo
nature
algún
suggestions in the
streamer
chat,
del
my
multi,
friends.
tú puedes ponerlos ahí. La
For
única
those
regla
of
es
you
eso, que tienen que
who
haberte
can't tell, by
salido
the way,
mientras
Soy
veías a
is
alguien
from
de
Mexico, so
nosotros.
he speaks Spanish. So, yeah. Any nature suggestions?
I'm going to guess modest.
Modest? Okay. Brave, not marked.
I got one right the other day with Chaos. Because I said that one of them was going to be Jolly because he had like 3 in a row.
Yeah.
And one of them was Jolly.
One of them was Jolly. And what about Mark? Do you think it'll be marked? I do have the title power level 3, so
I haven't gotten
good
any
chance.
marked ones just yet, but I'm hoping I do soon. Maybe today.
Maybe today, yes. Let's go. All right, what do we got? I don't even know where I am. Oh, now I gotta find it. Oh, boy.
I like when that happens, that you just get something in your boxes and you're like, where in my boxes am I going to find this?
I feel like it should be right here, but it's not, so I don't know. I gotta find it. I have one for shiny ever.
Oh,
nice.
I got 2. Let's go.
Hey, there we go. I see it right there too.
Shiner.
Let's go.
Jirafa nariz azul, ¿cómo la ven?
Yeah, it's right there. I just didn't
GG,
want-
thanks, Wolfos. You got here just in time. You are my lucky charm, Wolfos. Have I told you that before? I hope it doesn't die. I'm a ghost, so it shouldn't die. Okay, no, it won't. Shiner.
All right, so it's a normal Terra type.
Bongo key.
It is. Oh, sorry. It's the other way around. It's adamant.
Oh, well, almost.
Yeah, almost. It's
Rodolfo.
adamant, and it is not marked. Womp womp.
Oh, well, let's see what mine is. I got a critical capture, so let's go. Pew.
Let's get it. Yeah, I got the crit capture as well.
Let's
I threw mine in a
do-
quick ball.
Oh, I got the luxury because I bought luxuries the other day, and I was like, oh wait, let's use them. But I was having this discussion with a friend last stream, where my friend was saying that why didn't I use a luxury for a shiny, what was it? A shiny Nimble that I caught. And I was telling him that I think that Nimble looks a lot cooler with the quick ball because of the yellow.
Right.
But he said that he just uses luxury for every shiny, so.
Luxury for every shiny, yeah. I mean, it's not a bad ball. I like luxury. There it is. We got the
Oh, mine
giraffe.
doesn't have a mark either, but it's docile.
Docile, so neutral.
Yep.
So now we are going to switch this.
Rodolfo, puede que sí le ponga Rodolfo si quieres, Dito.
What?
I'm going to just roll over here to the cave and see if I get a Spathra.
Espathra.
I could either get that or
there it
Hypno
is.
from what I was seeing.
Sweet.
I know that I saw at least one Hypno, but I would much rather have a Spathra.
Yeah, you have a psychic, so you can get that. I got a normal sandwich, but I'm going to try to get a second one because I actually don't have the shiny at all. Until now, obviously. And then I can evolve this, one of them, if I get a second one.
That would be nice. I mean, if I get another giraffe, I won't mind. But since I don't have a Spathra and I already have the sandwich, I'm going to go for it. Or I can just go back and forth. That sounds like a better idea. I can poke my head in the cave and see if there's a Spathra. And if I don't get a Spathra, I'll poke my head right back out and see if I get another giraffe. Big brain place.
Big brain does do good things.
Big brain gives you brain powers. I love how at least this ostrich is like super noticeable too.
Yeah, it really is.
Oh, it just attacked me though.
Yeah, it's fast.
It is fast.
That thing is
I was
fast.
not
I
expecting
love
it to
that
just
mon. I mean, it's
go
frail
at
as
me like
heck.
that.
It's like one of those, what do you call, glass cannons, but you know, it hits hard, especially if it continuously gets Luminia crashes off and lowers your opponent's special defense.
Oh, and especially if you're using opportunist like I wasn't.
I'm gonna use Calm Mind in front of it. Oh, are you? You think that's a good idea?
So you have chosen death. I was going to fight the good old Dondoso on the league that I'm playing at the other day.
Right.
And I was running a test to see if Mirror Herb actually copied all of the stat changes, and it does.
Oh, yeah. That's one of the newer...
The newer items, yeah.
The newer items, right? Yeah. I think one of my favorite new items is the Covert Cloak. Like, putting that on Fluttermane versus Charizard was amazing because you never got burned and you never got confused with the Covert Cloak on. So, Fluttermane just went burr on Charizard.
Yeah,
because it had Hurricane and Fire Blast, and it never missed a Fire Blast because, you know, the NPC never misses those.
But that item is kind of nice.
So
I like that one. If you like using mouse hold to bully people, then you can give it the glove so that it doesn't die to the Rocky Helmet.
Oh, good.
Ah, more Spathras jumping at me. I went to like just stand and chill for a second and see if I can spot any shinies, but they just jump at me.
Yeah, that's the first problem. You stood still for even a second. You gotta keep moving. Like, even these giraffes, they're not fast like a Spathra, but you stand still.
Oh, I just got attacked again.
Run into one. Yeah.
I was just trying to leave the cave.
Excuse me.
Oh, and I just like, I hate when that happens when you run away from a fight and there's already another one on top of you, so you just run into another fight.
Yep, immediately.
Let me go. No. I need to escape this cave with my life. I am kind of scared, but I don't see any shiny, so I'll just leave the cave now. Bye, cave. Do I get another giraffe? Do I get... I'm going to end up getting a Hypno or an Espeon that I'm not looking for, and that'll be really funny.
Well, especially the Espeon. I mean, both of them are super noticeable. You get a random pink Hypno, and the green Espeon, as we've mentioned. Don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me. There's so many
That was really
giraffes
funny, though, but when I was
tiny.
hunting with Wolfos, you know, we were doing cloth.
Right.
And I was like, I really want a Knackley too, because I have Knackley on my draft league team. And all of a sudden, instead of getting Knackley or Cloth, I got the Nimble. And I was like, really?
You got Nimble. Oh, there's another one. There's another one. Let's go.
GG.
Let's go. It moved its nose just enough so I saw the blue. I saw the blue. All right, this one I want on the electric ball. Oh, but if I do this, I ruin my 69. No. Darn it. I'm gonna do it.
Protect the 69.
Yeet! That wasn't a crit.
Also,
catch.
my friend Ditto here is saying that Spathra is an Angry Bird. It definitely is.
It is. It absolutely is.
Sí, Ditto, creo que una excelente forma de describir esta cosa es un Angry Bird.
I was gonna say, it's like that psychic did nothing. Yeet!
Yeet! El Shimi aplica los jeeps.
Baton pass? You got no partners to baton pass, Giraffe Rig.
Oh, it tried to do that with me too. I was like, wait, does that make it run or something? I got scared for a second and I was like, oh, no, it just doesn't work.
I did too. It just doesn't. Yeah, it just doesn't work. Crunch. Okay, that'll tickle a little bit more, but not as bad.
What do you have on your party though? Because I have like a level 100 Ceruledge, so
yeah,
I'm like,
I got
nothing
a
here is gonna touch me.
I got a Fluttermane, so I have a Ghost Fairy. So
Well, Fluttermane isn't particularly tanky either.
It is on the special side.
Well, yeah, but that thing was trying to bite you or crunch you.
Yeah, it had crunch, but that's okay.
At least it's just
50,
neutral,
yeah,
neutral
it's-
damage
yeah,
because fairy.
It's 50. It's 56 or 58 versus 100 or yeah, 56, whatever. It keeps psychicking me anyway, and I don't have to worry about confusion because again, I got the covert cloak on, so secondary effects don't happen. Was that critical? It was not critical.
Critical.
I am getting this
Ya
in
ves,
a
Víctor,
luxury
los-
ball. Dang it.
Los streams en Spanglish están bien chidos.
Spanglish.
I'm going to do Spanglish now. This is un very cool stream. Oh no, I stood still again and two of them
Yep.
at the same time.
Yep. I was waiting for it. That
You're still
is
you're
not-
like, he's going to get jumped. Ah no. I remember this happening to me when I was doing an outbreak for Rev Up Room.
Yeah, Varuma and Reveroom are good. Hey, we got the crew capture. Let's go. Let's
Nice.
go.
I am once again stuck in the cave and I'm scared. Odrapool, thank you very much. I hope I'm saying your name right. If I say it like I would in Spanish, since I do Spanish, it would just be Odrapool. But I'm guessing it's something more like Odrapool. But thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. I'm hunting here with Jimmy. Jimmy has the 2 giraffes already. I'm trying to get an ostrich, but I'm mostly getting jumped by them.
Let's get some nature suggestions in the chat. You got a nature
Modest.
suggestion for this one? Modest?
I want you to have a modest giraffe.
Okay.
I am materializing that to the world. Real last name is Lupardo. Okay, that sounds cool. I like your last name. It really lets you roll that R, like we were saying with Jimmy Lupardo.
I'm gonna do that from now on.
No sé qué nos acaba de salir, pero Jay.
Paul and
Eso fue un follow.
Lupardo, backwards. I think my sandwich
Me
just
salió
ran
mi
out.
sonido de follow viejo.
Because all of a sudden I saw a Corviknight. I'm like, that's not a normal type. And now I
I
see
think I got
Raichu's screen
double
tails,
alert
so.
for whatever reason.
Yo, Kong, enjoy your lurk. Okay, so you want a modest giraffe. It is... Hold on. I don't want to see it. Yeah. All right, any other nature suggestions? I didn't see any. This one's a psychic Terratype. Nice. I got one of each.
I mean, you got one of each. Yeah, that's
yeah,
really
so
cool.
the question then becomes, which one do I want to be...
The far-red giraffe.
The Farigiraffe, yeah. This is attack over speed, so that's what, Brave? Yes. So
Yep.
Brave nature, it is not marked. It is not marked. So how do you evolve this thing?
I think you just level it up.
I think it has to know a move, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure which one, but yes, it's definitely with a move.
Twin Beam? I don't remember. Let me look it up instead of guessing.
Just look it up. Yeah, you can just go to Cerebi or something.
That's where I'm
At
going.
least that's nice. It's like if there's some sort of obscure way of evolving or something
Yep.
like that, you just go like, yeah, I'm just gonna look it up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look it up. It's so much easier. I am in generation
Dito, tú puedes.
6. Level up plus Twin Beam. Yep, I was right.
Twin beam.
So it needs to know Twin Beam. So I will, I guess, get rid of Baton Pass.
I'm pretty sure I got a giraffe registered without having to evolve a regular giraffe because I don't remember. I didn't remember the move you needed. I don't think I had to use it because I'm pretty sure I got one from a raid.
Well, either a raid or even in Area 0, you know?
Oh yeah, no, you're right. Probably caught it here.
So, yeah, there we go. Alright,
Dito,
and
suerte.
here
Yo
is
también
our
quiero un Whopper,
giraffe
pero no me ha salido.
evolving. Oh, it's so good. I love it so much.
Yeah, the blue. I'm a big fan of blue.
The blue nose with the red. I love the red.
I'm
That's
not sure
so
if you saw
good.
that, but
I
when I was
didn't.
doing the multi with Wolfos, we said that if we got the crab, we were going to sing Blue Dabba Dee.
Blue Dabba Dees. Well, speaking of crab, I'm gonna go after the crab now. since I got 2 giraffes.
Ba-dee-da.
I gotta find it. What number is cloth?
Wait, how much time do we have left on this sandwich? Oh no, 3 minutes. I think I do prefer the ostrich over the giraffe, so I'm just gonna go full cave now. I'm going to cave mode.
I don't
I'm
see
going
cloth.
to not
Where's
going
cloth?
to just stand in place this time.
No, where's cloth? I can't find cloth.
Cloth is in the just west of, no, just east of Mesagosa.
Okay, do you know where Sprite is? So I can put it on my layout. There it is.
Oh. That I can't help you with.
There it is. I just kept swinging over it. Alright, I'm gonna go find cloth, because why not?
You get it. I got it the other day, but otherwise I would have probably wanted to hunt it with you as well.
Yeah, no, we were trying to figure
Wait,
out what to say. What to
I got
hunt
this
for.
path around, let's go!
Oh, did you?
Yes!
Yo, let's
Es
go!
Patra Shiny, venga chat, color luneta de chocolate.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's chocolate. Let's go!
Yeah, this thing looks like its wings are made out of M&Ms.
Yes. And now I want shiny Espathra for reals now.
Dicen que lo quiero, para empezar a ver si no me mata, o no se mata, o no... Le puedo meter... I always have my Cerulege with Ball Swipe when I'm doing these kinds of hunts.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah. I just throw balls, and I'm like, it'll get caught at some point.
¿Me gusta con alguna en particular? No, se me hace que otra vez vamos a aplicarla ahora sí, Dito, con Luxury, porque ¿por qué no? If you're not sure about what to use, just use a Luxury. Oh no, but it escaped the Luxury.
Getting a
I'm
clip?
going to
Oh,
have
thank
to-
you, Mark.
to paralyze it.
Appreciate it.
This is a really nice shiny. This is probably one of the ones I like the most in this gen.
Yes, I agree. Espathra overall is my favorite Gen 9 Pokemon, just because of the opportunist and, you know, such that it does. Because it's totally fair and won't be banned ever.
Fair and balanced ability.
But yeah, it's good. It's good. I love it. It's good.
Get paralyzed.
But yeah, it saved me in a lot of spots in my initial playthrough.
I think I'm actually not proud of this, but in my Scarlet playthrough for a long time I was using Orthworm because I really like Orthworm. Great
Right.
shiny too, by the way.
Right.
And I ended up changing it or like switching it up in the team for Goldingo, but that's just because Goldingo is like crazy good.
Gold
But
Dingo.
against
Yeah,
pretty much
yeah. No,
every
it's
Team Star
so
member, Orthworm was the MVP. Wait, and speaking of Team Star, would you agree that the battle against Aerie, the fighting type, was really hard?
Yes, I agree. I absolutely agree because, I lost several times to her. Or no, I lost like once.
I lost at least one time.
I lost at least one time, but yeah.
Let's go!
Alright,
I got the Spathra.
Yeah. Alright, so this sandwich has a salty herb and 3 pieces, well, a serving of bacon, but 3 pieces of bacon. According to this thing I have,
love that shiny.
it should work. I love that shiny so much. I can't wait to evolve one of my littles.
Yeah, that's a nice shiny. I kind of for a second I was like, wait, is that it? Because it's really noticeable, but it was kind of it had its back towards me, so I was like,
Yeah. Yeah. Tasty image
You
original.
wanna do a nature guess for my Spathra?
Tidal power rock. Encounter normal. Okay, I messed that up. That's okay. Nature guest. What is it? Timid? That's special attack, or excuse me, speed over attack.
Yeah, that timid is speed over attack.
Okay, we'll do timid because that's a great.
I'm going to
that's
climb
a great
on
nature.
this rock to check.
That's a
just
great
because I
nature
can.
for it. Also, I'm also gonna say if it's sassy and marked, I'm gonna be mad that I didn't get it because that's all I've been guessing lately.
Sassy Mark.
Yeah, sassy Mark. So now I'm gonna say timid.
Yeah, it's definitely not timid. 'Cause it's neutral
Yeah,
nature.
it's neutral. So now it's serious.
I mean, look, this is one of the first of the things I've been complaining the most of. You can clearly say right there that it says tímida, but that does not mean timid.
I know. I was getting confused. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, for whatever reason, they decided that tímida was not timid. Instead,
I see what I
timid
did
is
wrong.
translated
I
as
see what
miedoso, which would be more like scaredy. Like it gets scared easily. And I think this one is I don't even know what this one is supposed to be in English, but it's not timid, I can tell you that much. Even though it would make perfect sense for it to actually be
Yeah.
for it to actually be timid, it's not.
Jimmy, make me a sandwich. All right, I got you a bacon sandwich here, Odeball.
You know what I think I might want to go for?
Cloth.
No, I already have cloth. You can go for cloth.
I tried.
I want to go for
We're
Iron
going shiny
Bundle.
hunting. Iron Bundle. Ooh.
Cause like I really like the normal one, but a friend of mine was saying how he thinks that the shiny is really cool, and I kind of agree, and I kind of want to go for one of the Paradox Mons, so I think I'm gonna go for that one.
Yeah, go for it. I have all the Scarlet Paradox Mons, so it's good. Alright, rock. So I got Sparkling Title and Encounter Power Rock. There we go. Cool. Easy sandwich.
That thing is, if I'm not mistaken, water ice?
I don't know, honestly. If I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. Mark, thanks for the clip, I appreciate it. I did add a marker, okay. So with this cloth hunt, I really want the one of them to be like on the wall and be blue. I think that would be super cool to see, just a random blue cloth jump out at you. That would be super cool.
I mean, I got mine like hanging on the wall. Did you see that clip?
No, I didn't. I need to see that. Hello, Growlithe. You were
that
not
clip was-
Hisuian. What are you doing here, Growlithe?
That clip was so good because I got the Nacli, and I was like, yay, Nacli! And then while I was trying to catch the Nacli, the cloth spawned on the wall.
And it was blue?
Yep. I
wanna
suddenly
see
had
that.
a
I
blue
wanna see the clip.
crab on the wall.
Yeah, I want to see that clip because that would be really cool to see.
I had two shinies on screen at the same time, so that was a first for me.
Yeah, I've done that with the Fluttermane, actually. I was like, I've never done that. No, that's a lie. I've done that with the Fluttermane. Because I was going specifically for a Fairy Terratype because, you know, Charizard was a thing at the time. And I wanted a shiny Fairy Terratype to take down the Charizard.
Take it down
But
with
my
style.
first 4 Fluttermane shinies were Ghost Terratypes. I'm like, come on. It's like, I don't want to waste the shards to get it. It takes 50
That's what
shards.
I was thinking. Is it easier to get more shinies instead of using your shard?
At that point, yes, but I was starting to question my logic.
I mean, I can't say that I completely disagree with your logic, but...
But I finally got the 5th one, and not only was it the Fairy Terratype that I was looking for, it was marked. It's
Nice.
Fluttermane the Peckish, the lunchtime mark.
I am updating my overlay that I already got what I was hoping to get, so yay. Yum, yum, yum. Now I need to find my stuff for the overlay.
Yeah, where is it? Where is it?
Okay, there's the Spathra, and on searching, I'm going to put the Iron Bundle. I know where Iron Bundle is because all of those are like all the way at the bottom.
Yes, those are all at the bottom. Jump, Caradon, jump. I know you can. So when you were going for Cloth, if you were in this area, did this rock right here ever jibate you? Because it sure does me sometimes.
Yes. I actually said exactly those words to Wolf. I was like, I thought that this rock was it, but it's just a rock.
It's just a rock, but it's more blue than the Cloth, so...
Hey, Lito, venga. GG, Zito.
Whooper shiny, nice.
But I think
GGs.
that's his second one already.
Congrats. The second one, nice. I don't have the Whooper yet.
Jimmy, should I do steel or blah blah, or water? I mean ice or water.
I was gonna say steel.
Yeah, no, I might get something I don't want if I go steel.
Yeah, no.
I'm going to do ice.
You're gonna do
because
ice, yeah.
Why not? Oh wait, no, I'm going to do water. I'm contradicting myself now, but I'm going to do water because if I get one, I might want to go for something in the water then.
Yeah, okay.
I
mean,
need
I'm
a
trying. I
cucumber.
don't know. Like I said, I haven't played enough Violet to know like what spawns where, so I'm not sure. Look at all the Knackleys. I need 2 more of the Knackleys, by the way. I have a Garganackle. I just need Knackle Stack and Knackley itself.
I was very lucky because I got my. Yeah, I got my Knackley and it was 0 speed, so I was like, yes, I have a perfect shiny for Trick Room.
Yeah, that's one thing we still can't do is lower the speed.
That's actually really sad. Yeah, we can't lower stats to 0 when we should be able to by this point, I think.
Yeah. But it's okay.
I love how the sandwiches can be like just the yerba with like 3 slices of cucumber here, and it's still going to work.
Yeah, it's like you need a salty one and then spicy, sour, or sweet.
But like, I wouldn't even need that. This looks like just like not a good sandwich, and yet it works perfectly for shiny hunt.
Yeah, well, that's why I want to find a raid with a lot of salty, like that gives like 2 or 3 salty raids, and then just try to reset over it. I have a second Switch with Violet. I'm kind of trying to find those raids, but that has been extremely
you
hard.
usually need a Essex Star for a giraffe or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 2 shinies in my party just for good luck.
I have a couple. What's shiny in my party? Fluttermane, Garganackle, and King Gambit.
But in my case, the funny part is that they are the ones that I just caught.
Nice.
I'm keeping them around just because why not?
Yes, because why not?
Dito, yo quiero el Whopper, pero no me ha salido. El otro día hice un ad, pero aquí no me salió. I wanted Teddy from Potsire. ¿Un Teddy? What? ¿A qué te refieres, Dito? Ahí sí no sé si entendí a qué te referías.
Before anybody
Okay,
asked
un
in my
abrazo.
chat, by the way, I was muted whilst you were talking, and I was like, hey, just so you guys know, the reason he's speaking Spanish is he's from Mexico.
That would be true. En ese caso, Dito, ahí en vez de Teddy dirías plushie. He says that he wants a Clodsire plushie.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah, I'm already seeing a lot of penguins. This is going to be nice. Give me the penguins.
Oh, my goodness.
Penguins. And I just jumped down here, which makes it even better.
That's a lot, too.
Yeah, peluche.
I love... See, this is why I feel like the Paradox Mons, it's like, you get so many spawns. That's why they're... Like, with the sandwiches, they're so easy to get.
That's why I saved my sandwiches. Like, I hadn't
Yeah.
made absolutely any sandwiches until I started doing the multis.
Yeah.
Un plushie.
Not shiny. What? Red crab jumped out at me.
They ambush you. They do
Yeah.
prepare the ambush and
They
just try to get you.
They do.
And just have to say no.
No.
Swiper, no swiping. Oh wait, that's the wrong one.
Swiper, no swiping. Aw, man.
You know what's funny? The translation for that, since we're speaking of Dora and learning Spanish.
Yeah, we're learning Spanish, guys.
In Spanish, she would just say "Zorro, no te lo lleves," which is translate more so. First of all, he's not Swiper; he's just Zorro, which is just fox. And instead of no swiping, no te lo lleves is like don't steal it.
Yeah, don't
Don't
steal
take it.
No takey. No touch. It's bad. That's funny.
I'm getting a slight fear that it might spawn close to the edge there and just fall.
We'll go chase it if it does. I've seen
I've seen that. Yeah, I saw Wolfos was telling me about that with Tiller.
Yeah, with Tiller, I saw it with A Drive. It's good. It's so funny. Well, and the one with Tiller, it ended up being a Gabite, and it had the Destiny mark.
I mean,
so it's Gabite.
I think the game
one?
just knows. The game knows.
So he almost failed what he was looking for because he was looking for, you know, something in the Gibble line with the Destiny mark. So.
Dito, yo voy como a la mitad de la primera. My friend Tito here is saying that he's almost got his second box of shinies full already.
Nice.
I'm like halfway through the first. But again, I hadn't been using any sandwiches until I started doing multis.
I've been using a bunch of sandwiches, so I'm into my third box.
You can't do picnics here, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, because I like the outbreak method where you just like despawn and respawn everything just with a quick picnic.
Yep. Yep. So you just gotta kind of wander far enough to where they despawn and then go back in that area and you're golden. It works.
Yeah, but I'm lazy.
I mean, that's fine, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. If I get it, I'll get it. So
yeah,
I just have to keep looking. And hope it doesn't spawn like right on the edge. Or I'll have to chase it. I'll jump after you.
Yeah. I have 24 shinies right now, level 2 with charm, are to me better than wasting the precious herbs. Yeah, that's fair. That's totally fair. I mean, hunt however you do. I mean, it's your game. You know, play it the way that you want to play it. I think hunting
my favorite
this
way of
for a while, so that's why I've decided to use a sandwich here.
My favorite way of hunting in this game is definitely outbreaks. But you can't really control what you hunt with those, so yeah.
Yeah. And then if you're not paying attention to your Switch's time, and it becomes midnight, according to your Switch, your outbreaks are reset.
Yeah, that's kind of not good, but it's still, I think it's the funnest method. You just kind of bully them until they give you a shiny.
Yeah, you bully them 60 times and then wait. And picnic and wait. Picnic and wait. Rinse and repeat and you'll eventually get a shiny. That's the hope anyway, right?
Yeah, I think like my favorite way of shiny hunting overall was probably... I really liked doing SOS in Sun and Moon.
Right.
And I really liked hunting in Let's Go.
I really liked hunting in Let's Go too. Despite the fact that you didn't really do anything.
You just like captured.
Yeah, you captured. Well, we did it wrong when we were doing Let's Go. We captured 31 Pokemon and then waited. But as it turns out, it only affected the next spawn of that same species, and it didn't affect all around. I think the reason why people got a lot of shinies in Let's Go is because of the overworld.
That's the other thing that I really liked. Actually seeing your shinies in the overworld and them having nice sparkles. I really miss that here.
Yeah.
I mean, you do see them in the overworld, but no sparkles, no Legends Arceus sound.
Yeah, no. It's not.
They need to add that. Why haven't they added?
Yeah. I got 3 Mareep, 1 shiny per sandwich. Nice. The model for Ampharos is absurdly shiny, like it came out of X's DX Port of Adventure. Oh my goodness.
Shiny Ampharos is like nice too.
Yeah. It's pink.
I might get one. I don't think I have one.
Yeah. I gotta look at my shiny decks. Like, I gotta go through all of my games and be like, okay, what do I have in BDSP? What do I have in Arceus, Sword and Shield, all of that fun stuff.
If you want to put it like that, I don't have anything in BDSP because I didn't play it.
Yeah.
I think I only have like a couple in Arceus. I didn't do a lot of hunting in Arceus.
Yeah, I have a few in BDSP. I'm trying to get Arceus in BDSP. I forget where I stopped, but yeah. All 3 in heal balls, pink shinies, and pink Pokeballs. Yep. Perfect.
My penguins. My little penguins. Oh, and now we're going to be able to actually use these and your shiny Flutter Mates in Series 2.
Oh, yeah? They're allowing
If you want
Paradox mods?
to do laddering,
Oh!
now you'll be able to use them.
Shiny Knockley! Let's go!
Yay, let's go!
Let's go! Shiny Knockley!
I must say that I wasn't really too fond of that line at first. I like the Knackley, but the other two I thought were kind of weird. But now since I'm using them on my team and they're really good, I like them.
Yeah, right? Rock Polish, nice. Have one shiny in BDSP, Giraffe Rig via Masuda method, and it took 30 eggs without charm. Nice. Very nice.
Masuda method has been treating me really bad in this game.
Yeah, I've only hatched like 502 eggs, like probably a bit more off screen, but yeah, I haven't gotten a shiny yet. I really dislike the collecting method for the eggs in this game.
Yeah, exactly. What I don't like is that when you're getting eggs, you have to just like sit there and wait for the eggs instead of being able to like hatch them as they come, which is what I like to do.
Yeah.
So that makes it a lot more tedious.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, I've been unlucky. I must have hatched already way too many eggs, and I have gotten 2.
Yeah, I haven't gotten any, but I also haven't been Masuda-ing. Come on, Ackley, stay in the
that's
ball.
the thing. Like, I can at least say that I have those 2, but I've been Masuda-ing way too much to only have 2. One of them I didn't even notice because it was mouse hold.
Oh, goodness.
I was just like checking my boxes afterwards, and I was like, "Oh, wow! Apparently that's a shiny." I didn't know.
Yeah. Come on, where's my crit cap?
They have slightly yellow pants.
Yeah, they do. There's the crit cap, sure. Let's go, shiny Knackley.
Nice.
Thank you for the clip, Mark. All right, nature suggestion.
Impish.
Impish?
Yeah. So like minus special attack and more defense.
Bold. Okay. I'm gonna stick with my sassy and marked. Alright, so it's a rock type.
It's going to be it eventually,
Hey,
of
look,
course.
we found our modest shiny.
Oh, wait, so apparently I was off by 1.
Yeah, and it is not marked. Womp womp. But GG, shiny Knockley. Let's go. Let's go.
Wait, is that your first one, or do you have any other?
I have the Garganackle. So now I just need,
oh yeah, remember I did see
Stack.
that clip. You got it in Area 0.
Yes. So now I just need Knackle Stack to finish that line.
Well, you could get another Knackley and evolve it.
Yep.
You probably will if you keep hunting for the cloth.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping to get the Cloth instead of another one, because it would be kind of cool to get the Knackle Stack directly in the wild. But yeah. Yeah, right? Right, Starlight? I thought that was cool,
I
too.
got attacked by a penguin. No.
Well, now you need to... We need to kind of stay afloat and stay the same, so you need a shiny soon.
I mean, I kind of hope I get this soon. I'm seeing a lot of penguins, so it should be a matter of time, but I'm not seeing it yet.
Yep.
And the other day I was hunting Iron Valiant with at the very end of the stream with Chaos, and I didn't get it either. So I don't have any Paradox shinies yet. This would be my first.
So this will be your first, you know. I'm assuming you saved before you used your herbs, so if you don't get it,
Yeah,
you can just reset.
I did do that.
Yep. Good.
I did herb the mist to come.
Yep.
Hey, there's an iron moth there. I wouldn't mind iron moth, but it's not what I'm looking for right now.
Right.
I have Volcarona on my draft league team, so I've been using a lot of Volcarona.
Oh, good.
I have them
Volcarona's
like
really
Terra
good.
Flying, Terra Grass.
You got 2 Knockley instead of Cloth when you hunted for it, Starlight? Oh my goodness. I believe it. A lot more Knockley definitely spawn here than Cloth. The problem is you can't use really any other sandwich. they're both just
I
rock
think
types.
the spot where you get the most cloth spawns is like right where the Titan makes
Yep.
the hole in the wall.
That's where I am.
So you can just like run from there and then run back there, and you'll still get more Knackley, but
Yeah.
at least that'll get you more cloths too.
That's what I'm doing.
And then like you get it like mine, just like chilling on the wall.
I'm really hoping I get one chilling on the wall. I think it would be really cool to see just a blue cloth cling to the wall and then attack you.
That's what happened
Like
to
that?
me.
Oh my gosh. Except that wasn't blue. Sheesh.
But it will be blue eventually.
Eventually. Just gotta keep going for it.
Yeah, that's the thing though. The only way you won't get it is if you stop looking for it.
Yep.
It was really funny when I did my first multi with Chaos, because that day he had all the luck. He got like 12 or 13 shinies.
Yeah, he's
And
been
at first I
absolute-
didn't even know how to make the sandwich.
Yeah. Oh, there it is! There it is! Let's go!
Let's go!
Shiny cloth! It wasn't on the wall, but we will take it. We will love it and cherish it, and I want it in a die ball. Do I even have die balls? I got 68, I'm fine. Let's go!
Careful, you were running out.
Oh, critical capture! First ball, let's go!
Crap.
Let's go!
You got Mr. Crapsh.
I did. Now he's blue. Cloth has been added to my box. Let's go, bruh.
The cloth box.
Alright, nature suggestions, my friends. On it, thank you, Mark. I
Aw.
still have 10 minutes left of my sandwich.
I think this is going to be the impish, since I was one off last time.
Okay, serious? Okay. I'm gonna stick with my sassy marked. In a die ball, nonetheless. A blue cloth and a die ball. It is... Ah, I was close. Special defense up, but attack down. That is calm. And it is not marked. Womp womp.
Oh, well, I was close too. My guess was defense up and attack down.
So we were both close. I just ran into a Knockley. Rude. Alright. Very good. Alright, so now I have cloth. I don't know what I'm hunting for now. I'll just leave cloth on both ends. So because
You
I
need to
don't
be
know
creative.
what I'm going for next. Marker. There we go. I'm just putting a stream marker down. So I can
I'm always
grab
so afraid that I'm not
highlights
going
later.
to see it, but I've been hunting really noticeable ones, so
Yeah. Well, now I'm kind of hoping I get a second Knackley and I can complete that line.
you could.
Flamigo if I don't have it? I mean, I could.
I could feel the hesitation.
Yeah, the Flamigo doesn't have the bestest of the shinies.
The best this is.
Yeah. But I
love how
mean,
they
I
decided
don't
to
have
go
I
with
don't
that,
have
and
Flamigo.
Flamigo spawns with Slowpoke, so it looks like there's a different colored one there, but it's not.
Yeah. It does too, doesn't it?
They did that with a lot of things, like the Hoppips that spawn with Skiploom.
Yeah, the Hoppips that spawn with Skiploom. I haven't checked my outbreaks yet. Maybe I'll do that after the sandwich is over. I'll see if I can't get a quick another Knackley. Or maybe another blue crab.
You already completed the cloth line because, yay.
Because cloth is
But another
involved.
blue crab sounds good. That way you can say you have 2.
Yeah. I'll keep the one that's marked because the next one will be marked, you know?
Of course,
Bold claim.
makes perfect sense.
Bold claim.
Manifest. You need to let the universe know what you expect it to have in store for you.
Yep. Absolutely. Growlits are back. Again, they're not Hisuian. Don't know what they're doing here, but whatever. Wait, I want that sparkly thing. It's a potion. I want it. I totally need it.
That's another thing. I was recording my... Well, in this whole time that I've been recording my playthrough of Scarlet, I noticed that you do waste an awful lot of time just picking things up from the ground.
I don't know if it's a waste, but...
I mean, you do use them eventually, but if you're like trying to record and keep your episodes not that long, I noticed after a couple of episodes that I was like, wow, I could just cut a lot of this out.
Yeah. That is true. I look forward to playing through Violet on stream. I obviously did it off stream, but woo! I fell off a cliff. I look forward to playing it on stream. I'm gonna do a shiny only playthrough. And the way that I'm just gonna do my starter, I'm just gonna bring my foreign Ditto into the Violet game, and I'll just Masuda in there, because the odds, even without the shiny charm, are 1 in 682. So I mean, it's still not bad. The rest of it's gonna be full odds, so I'm just gonna make it a little easier. Hopefully, a little easier with the eggs.
Always, you need to be epic to get to do full odds.
Yeah, but I mean, with the overworld shinies, I mean, it might take a little bit, but the idea is to kind of drag the game a little bit, you know? You know, do some harder methods. It'll make... And we have a reason to do it, because the shinies that I find will be able to be used in the playthrough. I haven't decided if I'm gonna Nuzlocke the game, because if I do, I gotta kind of go on the path that they want me to. But at the same time, I already did, you know, I've already done a Let's Play of Scarlet, so I think I need to spice it up a little bit more than just, you know, I'm gonna do the same thing now, but just with shinies. It's like, so I might Nuzlocke it too. We'll see.
I mean, Nuzlocking is fun, but yes, in this one, if you want to Nuzlocke, then you definitely have to stick to the level scaling that they put in here.
Mm-hmm. So, I haven't quite decided yet. I'll decide that afterwards, because I think what I was going to do is, after Multi Mayhem is over for me, which as of right now, you were my last multi for the event. I don't have anything scheduled for this weekend, so I was gonna go for the Violet Paradox Mons. And then after I got all 7 of those, I was gonna start my playthrough.
I mean, I don't like all of the Violet Paradox ones. I think they were kind of lazy with the shinies.
They were consistent.
But I do like a couple of them. I like Iron Bundle. I like Iron Thorns.
I was gonna say, I think Iron Thorns is my favorite of all of the Violet Paradox Mons. Overall, I don't know. It's like I initially didn't really care for Fluttermane, but I've really come to like it.
I mean, it's good. It's like the original Misdreavus.
Mm-hmm.
I think the one that changes the most out of the Scarlet ones is probably what the Donphan. That technically isn't even Donphan.
Yeah, Great Tusk.
I forgot its name because, you know what, we usually don't have the problem of them translating Pokemon names, but they did for the Paradox Mons.
Yeah, it's Great Tusk, and it do be Great Tusk.
In Spanish, I think that one is, it's got something to do with Colmillo.
Oh, okay.
And then all of the Iron ones, instead of starting with Iron, they changed it to Ferro, which does have something to do with iron, I guess. But it's just ferro and whatever their name is. So iron bundle here is ferro saco. Which is a somewhat good translation of iron bundle. It just sounds funny.
Yeah, it does. It really does. That's why I started laughing. I was like, eh. Oh, is that another one?
You need to.
That's another
you
one.
need to roll your R
Let's
for
go.
that one. Ferro.
Let's go!
Nice.
I got the shiny Ackley. I literally just completed like 2 lines here. Or 3 lines this entire stream.
I mean,
Oh my
hey,
gosh.
that's you're having a very productive hunting session.
I am. I'm gonna luxury ball this one.
I have 7 minutes left on this sandwich, or I'll have to reset it.
Smackdown, no! Hey, there we go. Critical capture. Let's go! So I'm gonna
And you have all
change
3
this.
now.
I
Well,
do
you need to
have
vote
all
that one.
3.
You do have all 3 now.
Yep. Cloth is the meat in an Ackley sandwich? It is. Alright, let's get some nature suggestions in the chat.
I am sticking to Impish.
Okay.
I'll get it eventually.
Yeah. Careful. Sassy marked is for me.
The sassy mark.
Alright, it is Hardy. It is marked though.
Ooh, what mark?
It is Hardy. And the mark, I'm gonna guess the sociable mark because that's, you know, the common, I mean uncommon, I mean what?
That is
Sociable?
something.
Yeah. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Oh no, it's angry. It's got the scowling mark. Knockley the Stern. That's kinda cool.
The stern.
The Stern. That's kinda
I
cool.
mean, guess it wants to be angry.
I kind of wish I didn't have Garganackle. Although it's got the partner mark, but because it's friendly towards me now. All of my
Well, this one is
all
going
of
to
my
take longer
Pokemon in
because
here.
it's stern.
It is Stern. All right, so we need to evolve this.
Oh no, there's one of these penguins stuck on the wall.
Headbutt. No, I don't care.
The other day when I was hunting with Wolfos, after I got
go.
the Clough, I went for Earthworm, so I did a steel sandwich. And I got it really fast. Like, I don't think even 5 minutes went by after I made the sandwich that I got the Earthworm.
Yes. Yeah.
So since I had a lot of sandwich left, I decided to try to go for Bisharp.
Yeah.
But it was really funny because I was in like the bamboo woods where there's like
Yeah.
a lot of bamboo shrouds and stuff.
Right.
And I would always have one spawn
There we
stuck
go.
in a rock.
There we go.
Like the
I
poor
have
the
whole
poor
line
dude was
now.
just like only his head was sticking out of the rock.
Oh no.
I really wanted to get the shiny there because then it would have
that
been the
was-
shiny on the rock.
Yeah, that was right at the end of my sandwich, by the way.
Oh hey, clutching it out.
I don't see anything
We
else
clutch
there.
those.
I love the clutch. It's like I got 3 on that one sandwich. Going burr today. So now what?
I mean, it's up to you.
It's an hour, not even an hour and a half into stream, or right about an hour and a half.
Dito, shiny aguas con un pepino. No sé si venga en español, pero sí, con el pepino.
No, I still need to get it, Starlight. Actually, the 3-segment hunt doesn't sound bad. Let me look at my outbreaks first.
Shiny de agua es pepino con una salada si tienes y ahí le metes combinada.
Although, I guess I don't technically need to get points for Scarlet.
That's the thing though, it's like,
Noibat.
you could go for more points, but do we need more points?
I got Weasel. Yeah, I don't have anything crazy.
You know what I always get in Outbreaks and I'm not really interested? Venomoth.
Venomoth.
It's a cool shiny, but I'm pretty sure I have one from Let's Go, so...
Yeah, I don't see anything super crazy, so I mean, I could do the 3 segment for the rest of the time.
Epic 3-segment hunter.
Yeah.
Es que quería buscar el ferrosaco. Está chido, Dito. Yo lo estoy buscando porque la Lola quiere uno. Yo quiero uno. El mundo quiere uno. Probablemente ya no me salga en este sándwich, pero sí lo voy a seguir buscando.
I'm just looking at the sprites really quick.
You look at those sprites. I think the Pokemon that I mostly want, or that I want the most, is Frigibax. But I was doing Masuda for it, and I lost count of how many X I've done already.
And I already have all of those. Yeah, I don't really.
That's why I kind of have it on pause right now.
I feel like I have a ton.
I tried with a sandwich the other day, but it was at the end of the stream, so I didn't get it.
Yeah. Why don't we go into the desert for the golden bug?
The poop?
The golden bug. Because I was doing that a while ago, and I still haven't gotten it. But I'm not going to use a sandwich this time. I'll just do random encounters. Golden turd ball? Yeah.
That's one way to put it.
Oh, my goodness. So, yeah, I'm not going to do a sandwich for this one, and we'll see if we can get some random encounters. Because I kind of want to save my herbs. Oh, my game froze. No. Okay, we're good.
Make sure you saved.
Yeah, I literally just saved when that happened.
The game likes to scare you sometimes.
Yeah, I wasn't scared. I had saved prior, and I had saved literally right as I got into the desert, and then the game froze. I was like, no.
Oh, wait, that happened to me when I went for the Earthworm. As soon as I got into the desert, the game got stuck for a second. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, oh no.
Oh no.
Alright, so there's the Relor. We'll see if we can't get this. I've done this a couple of times on stream, and I mean, we probably still have like what, hour and a half? We said 7 to 10 my time.
Bit less, but yeah, about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I still have some kitty eggs that I could hatch to eventually.
Yeah, you could. I'd like to see you get the iron bundle, to be fair. If you're up for another sandwich and trying to go for it.
I'm going for another round if this sandwich expires.
Yeah.
Because I do want my first shiny Paradox.
I think that would be cool. I think that would be really dope.
Give me the dope.
So yeah, I have no sandwich going. I have no boost outside of the shiny charm. At this point.
No, I think my sandwich is up, by the way. I just got a giraffe rig.
That's a weird looking water type.
Yeah. Imagine if I get Iron Hands right now before I reset my sandwich.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious if you got a shiny giraffe rig.
I mean, hey, I only got one.
Yeah.
No, you got two. This is why I'm hunting Iron Bundle. I had a friend tell me that he wanted one.
Oh no, you got the Espathra.
Then I had a friend right now again tell me if I wanted he wants it one too. So everyone wants the Iron Bundle.
Iron Bundle? Yeah. Wait. Yeah, that was.
I have an Iron Moth over here, but it's not shiny. Okay, I'm gonna reset my sandwich. Jeff.
Reset.
Hi.
I mean, the other thing I was thinking I could potentially do is see, like, what raids I had, but I'm like, I honestly don't feel like doing raids right now. The raids make me angry because they don't drop herbs. The other thing I need to do at some point is get one of my shiny Flittles into a shiny Espathra, and I kind of want to go that comp.
I'm getting the shiny trade offers here in chat.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, but I'm happy that I did get the Spathra because I wasn't able to find Flittle the last time I had an outbreak for the.
Yeah. And they are a little hard to see, but I don't think you would have missed it. I think it's noticeable enough that you would have hopefully you would have seen it. But
The problem is that it's not that it's not a noticeable shiny. The problem is more so that it's a tiny Pokemon.
it is tiny. It is. Oh, I could get another Knackley. Knackley spawn here too. That'd be hilarious. See, I already have Orthworm.
Mira, aquí están los dos shinies que llevo en el stream.
Bramblin is another shiny.
Un beso es Patra que está paralizado.
Capsicum.
Y una jirafa.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's plenty of stuff here in this desert, which is kind of why I wanted to go here, that I could get, and it would be cool. I mean, even though I already have a shiny Orthworm, I wouldn't be mad at another one.
I mean, it's a good shiny, so yeah. What do I need? Cookies.
I mean, if that Dawn fan wants to shine too, then I wouldn't be mad. Plus, in the desert, you get Stardust, so you get, like, nice and easy money.
Easy money!
Easy money!
I was actually, when I started doing the draft league, I was like, maybe I should just use my money, you know, to buy the EV stuff.
Yeah.
And after doing like 2 Pokemon, I was out of money, and I was like, okay, no, let's not do that.
Yeah, I still gotta buy the power items and such, because that way I don't have to use the, you know, vitamins and such, but at the same time, it's not that hard to get a ton of money, you just gotta do raids. A lot
It's
of
just
5-star
grinding.
raids. Yeah.
But I'd rather grind the raids for like Kerba and shards and not for money.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, that's kind of what you're doing.
You still get money,
because
yeah.
You get those star pieces, comet shards. Yeah. The real prize would be if you get a big nugget. Big nugget sells for the most.
I've seen a lot of star pieces from raids.
Yep, star pieces and comet shards, and the real rare one I've noticed is that like I said, the big nugget.
The nugget of power.
Yeah. I'm back in Sword and Shield, by the way, with my music.
I mean, Sword and Shield did have some good songs.
Oh, it did.
I kind of missed the feeling of being in the gyms, like with all the people and the giant Pokemon.
Yeah.
But I don't really miss Dynamax, if I'm being honest.
No, I don't know. I feel like I was the only one that really enjoyed that mechanic. It was fun. Because, like, now I gotta learn a whole new thing and such, but, I mean, I'm not gonna also be, like, one of those people, oh, they need to bring it back, and no, they don't. I will give Terastallizing a try. I imagine that's been really interesting to kind of work around in the Draft League.
Yeah, it's been fun, because you can... It's very versatile, that's what I like. That you can use it defensively, you can use it offensively. You can, since it's Draft League, you can use it for like very specific situations. So I like that. Right.
So how does your Draft League work? Did they didn't like? Can you terastallize anything, or is it following VGC rules?
It's with VGC rules where you can terastallize anything, but it is open team sheet.
Open team sheet?
Yeah, like you have to, right before the match starts, you show your opponent, your team, like what items they have and what Terra type they have. That's what they're doing for BGC right now. Oh, and you show moves too.
You show moves.
The only thing that you don't have to reveal to your opponents are natures and EVs and IVs.
Huh.
But the rest, it's all, you have to show it before the match.
You have to show the Terra type?
Yeah, so no surprises, but you still get to have to look out for it because they might do it or they might not.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could debate your opponent by having multiple Terra types, like different Terra types on multiple Pokemon, but... Okay. That's interesting. I've never known that, like, you have to show the moves, too. That's new. Okay.
That's how it's working, and I think it's okay. Because in Draft League, you're already supposed to be, like, ready for whatever your opponent brings.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you said it's right before the match, so it's not like you can change.
Yeah, no, that's the thing too. You have to send your opponent your sheet like at the same time that they send it to you, so you can't like try to change something right there.
Right.
Oh, let's go, shiny Iron Bundle!
Oh, let's go! Yeah, your first Paradox Mon! Let's
Este es mi primer
go!
shiny de estos, banda. Bingo. La carga cuart del ferrosaco. Eso suena que los estoy albureando. This thing is really nice. I like it.
I do like it. Yeah, it's so good.
Oh no, it's drill pecking me.
I look forward to
I don't even know if that did actual damage to me, but let's pretend that it did. Oh yeah, it's doing like 4 damage. 4 HP.
4 HP. Oh no, I don't know. Can you survive?
Why do I put this in?
4?
There's no like
There's no like silver ball.
there's no futuristic looking ball in my opinion.
Yeah. Can always do like heavy ball. I don't think you have one of those. I was just watching, but
I do. It's this one, but I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I don't know if I like it.
Yeah.
I'm either going to do luxury or premier. Let's do luxury. Why not?
Why not?
When in doubt, you use luxury. Although if it escapes the luxury, I'm gonna have to paralyze it. So I'm hoping it doesn't. I brought it down to 1 HP, and it still escaped. Okay, let's paralyze it. Oh, hey, apparently I dodged to the flip turn just because why not? Dito, voy a ver si me sale otro, porque la Lola y Bashe quieren.
Flip turn because why not? I love that.
It's just that it said the message for whatever that was in Spanish.
Yeah.
But it said something like he dodged so I wouldn't worry or one of those.
Yeah, so you wouldn't worry, right?
I'd rather just say it dodged because why not?
I mean, that's not wrong, by the way. It's like, dodge because why not?
The other funny part was that the first time I was making the sandwiches with Chaos, I didn't even know the names of the effects that you got from the sandwiches in Spanish. So I did my first one and I was like, did I even get that right or not?
Yeah, typically you want title, which is for marks, encounter, and sparkling.
But I didn't know what sparkling and title and marks were in Spanish. That was the problem. Okay, it's saying that it doesn't want to stay in the luxury, so let's try with the premier.
Perfect. That's all it wanted. It's like I want the white and red.
Yeah,
ball.
and I got critical capture, so it did want the premier.
It wanted the premiere. That's awesome. Let's go.
Okay, I see you, Mr. Iron Bundle.
GG's. Let's go.
Hey, Iron Bundle shiny. Quiero un mote para el ferrosaco? No. How much time do I have left on my sandwich? I have a lot of time left on my sandwich. I'm gonna see if I get a second one because a friend of mine wanted to get one too.
Sure.
So let's see if I get another one, and if I do get another one, I'm going to just go for something.
Go for something. Well, that's kind of where I was at. It's like, I mean, I could do another sandwich, but it's like I kind of want to save my herbs now for those other things that I don't know what I want.
El Iron Claws. Oh yeah, that's a good name for it. Iron Claws.
Iron Claws. But yeah, I'm thinking once
Iron Christmas.
yes. Once Multi Mayhem, I'm thinking probably Friday we'll probably go for our Paradox Mons in Pokemon Violet. Since I don't have multi planned.
In the Violet.
Try to start going for those. I might do Iron Bundle first because of how easy it seems.
Yeah,
to get those spawns.
In this same spot, you can do Iron Bundle, Hands, and Iron Moth. And all you have to do is do what I'm doing. You just walk over here,
Yep.
wait for a bunch of them to spawn, and then if none of them are shiny, just walk back the other way.
Yep.
Seems like no shiny. And then you just like leg it.
Leg it. We're still in Sword and Shield. Chairman Rose is doing his thing.
I mean, the only character that brings me some sort of PTSD from Sword and Shield is Marnie for obvious reasons.
Marnie was so mean in both
Marnie
of our
just destroyed us.
Well,
She
we picked,
destroyed
like,
you and then she destroyed me.
well, we picked the like worst typing to go against it. Oh, why don't we do Psychic? And then
That
it's
was my
like we
fault.
saw Marnie.
I'll admit that was not my smartest moment.
We saw Marnie that first time, and I was just like, oh no. And yep, that
you
was...
weren't having like too much trouble up until then, but then when Marnie showed up,
Marnie with that Morpeko, because the darn thing was so fast. And there was nothing I could do. And that's why we had the rematch. And then we were pretty.
and then I thought I was prepared for that rematch. I was like, nah, I'm going to do well. It's going to be fine.
I
And
was
then she
scared.
crit
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, she kept critting you. It's like, and despite the fact that we were pretty in the rematch.
I mean, at least in the rematch, we made it all the way to Leon.
We did.
Leon kind of
We-
destroyed us too, but we made it all the way to Leon.
Yeah, there wasn't really much I could do, but that was also the meme where it's like, you know, it's like, hey, Jimmy, yes, remember your darn potions.
That was somewhat unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't think it would have mattered, but...
Dito, tú que no te
Oh, yeah.
tocó aquí con mi cuate Jimmy, una vez hicimos un egg cage lock, mono egg cage lock, o sea que solamente teníamos Pokémon en huevitos, todos eran del mismo tipo y era estilo Nuzlocke, y aparte después de cada gimnasio teníamos que pelear entre nosotros y pues igual el que perdiera la batalla de gimnasio cuello a uno de sus Pokémon. Pero a mí se me ocurrió la brillante idea de que uno de nuestros tipos fuera psíquico. Y era Sword y Shield, entonces Marnie nos destruyó. Marnie is a butt.
Marnie is doobly butt. Exclamation point dance in my chat, by the way. We got Driftfield City playing.
I thought you were going to say exclamation mark butt.
Exclamation point butt. Marnie's here.
Oh, Marnie. We love you, but we hate you.
Oh, that was awful. Like I said, we've forgotten about it in the first part of it, and we were like, oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Era eléctrico contra psíquico, Dito. Entonces los eléctricos tenían un chorro de ventaja. Pero pues ya ves. I remember you also dominated in most of the cage matches.
Until the end.
Electric did, because I was winning when I was
Electric
electric,
did.
and then you were winning when you were electric.
Yeah, but then it's like once the psychics gained power, and they were just powerhouses, they just destroyed. And you were like, yeah, that Magnet Zone of yours, bye.
I mean, I had to. It was just like wrecking most of my team.
Or the Vikavolt.
The Vikavolt was too.
Yeah, I think the Vikavolt went first. You're like, bye. I'm like, no. Forget what I named it, but...
I had my Solrock that was named Luis Miguel.
Yes.
Luis Miguel was my counter to a lot of things.
Luis Miguel definitely helped the series finish with a bang now.
Yes, he had one job and he did it beautifully.
Well, it's funny because I think we were both on our last Mons. You did that, and because you did that, I won the last cage match.
I mean, yes, but that was the perfect way to end it.
Whee! That was great. I don't know if we'd be able to do something like that in this game again.
We probably would. It would require some planning, but we can do it. I'm thinking of I'm thinking about already. We have something in the works with Chaos, so that's going to be one of my projects I'm going to be having soon.
Oh, nice.
Spoiler, no spoiler, but yes, kind of spoiler. And we can think of what we can do here. I think there's some fun stuff to be done here, but it's going to be about just like kind of knowing what we want to do.
Yeah. I don't know, lots to do. Well, because when I do my shiny playthrough of Violet, I will have already, and if I can complete it, because like I said, I think I've talked myself into doing a Nuzlocke. I just gotta pay attention to levels.
It's not that difficult to not go into a place where the levels are going to be way higher than yours, but
yeah,
there are a couple of instances where it can happen.
Mm-hmm. And you just
I
gotta
remember
be ready
going.
for it.
I was going around like this one small area almost at the beginning of the game, and I was like, "Oh, hey, there's a cave here," and they did tell me like, you know, there's Pokemon there that are really strong. You should be careful. I was like, nah. And I got into the cave with my level 20 Pokemon, and the very first wild Pokemon that I ran into was 38.
And let me guess, you had a hard time running away.
I had a Pokédoll at least, but I was like,
that's
oh,
good.
oh, well, perfect moment to use that.
Perfect moment. Hey, here's a doll. Bye.
Yeah, I was just like, we'll come back to this cave some other time.
Maybe like when I was level 38. Well, I ran into the Great Tusk here in the desert, you know, because this was the, you know, the Quaking Earth Titan, or however it was said in Spanish.
I thought that was really mean.
It's like level 40.
I thought that was really mean because also you can't even see the levels on the Titans.
No.
They just like wreck you and you go like, okay, I guess that's higher level.
Yeah, and I definitely got wrecked. It's like I noticed I was doing like no damage to it. It's like, okay, I'm in a place too early. And it was the same thing with the fighting team star member, you know, with Eerie.
Oh yeah, but she's the highest level one.
Yeah, like level 58 or whatever it was. It's like I was low 40s. I was like, yeah, I'm not winning this. Especially when I saw Annihilate, I was like, what the heck is that thing?
Oh, that was your first encounter with Annihilate?
Yep, that was my first encounter with Annihilate, and I was like,
Annihilate was still broken, by the way.
World? I was like, what in the world is that thing? And then, of course, I hate fighting Lucario because it's just stupid strong.
Yeah, Lucario is always tough.
And it's got just
have it on my
coverage for days.
Oh yeah, that's another thing I really like about Lucario. You can't do everything.
Yeah, except when you fight and when you actually have to face it, then you're not gonna like it as much.
Well, yeah, if you're Nuzlocking or something like that, you don't want to see Lucario.
Yeah, so I'll have to kind of come in with a plan. It's like and look at her team and whatnot. The only other thing that I was thinking of is like if I can, you know, do maybe even early version and try to figure out how to Nuzlocke randomize the game. That would be neat.
Oh, that would be really fun.
But
that sounds like a good plan, but yeah, you need to look into how to do it.
yeah, I gotta look more into that if it. I mean, I'm sure it's possible, but
anything is possible if you're stubborn enough to figure out how to do it.
Yeah. So I haven't totally decided that. I haven't played Violet Vanilla on like any content in any way, shape, or form. Not yet, anyway. But that's my plan. It's like, and I haven't fully decided that, but I think that'll be fun. Because then you really don't know what you're getting yourself into.
It could be not that bad, but it could be bad.
They could have the dang Paradox Pokemon too.
Oh yeah, imagine you're just like chilling in early game and you get a Flutter Mane.
Yeah, you get a Flutter Mane, or you have to face a Flutter Mane.
Yeah, I think that second one would be worse. What if the game suddenly said, "Hi, Flutter Mane"?
Hi, Flutter Mane. I am here.
Oh yeah, the other day we had our shiny cry. When we found a shiny, we were going like, "Woo!" Exactamente, Dito. Pero ahorita no. quiero que me salga otro porque la Lola lo quiere, pero estamos viendo todavía.
I'm getting more birds here too. Braviaries.
I still have 12 minutes on this sandwich.
I have no boost. That's the plan.
You
though.
still have a lot of minutes on your no boost.
I have the shiny charm boost. That's all I have.
You have a lot of minutes on that.
Yeah. Cyclizar is not shiny.
You have unlimited minutes. Oh, wait, I could go for Cyclizar now that you mention it.
Yeah, you could. Do a dragon sandwich. Dragons like avocados in this game, so.
Oh yeah, you just if you have the salty herba, you can just do like avocado, one salty, and one of something else, and
Yeah, like.
that's why I tried once for Frigibacks, but I didn't get it.
I have one Frigibacks. I gotta get the other two so I can evolve them.
I really like Excalibur,
Yeah.
but that's because I'm a dragon fan.
Dragon.
Dragon is my favorite type.
Good. That's why you don't like
I like
fairies all
my
that much.
dragons.
That's why you don't like the fairies all that much. They bully your dragons.
Yeah, I hate fairy because of that. Fairies were made to bully dragons, and they succeeded.
Yeah, they did. They are annoying to fight. They only have the two weaknesses, steel and poison, and it's like, oh my
And no one
gosh.
uses steel and poison. I like rubber rooms typing because of that. It's steel and poison.
And it's legit steel and poison, like an ultimate fairy counter.
It's like, hate fairies, try this thing.
Right?
I want to see not red.
Not red, but silver. I'm happy you got your first Paradox Mon, though. That's cool. That's really cool.
Yes, I am excited. I will probably be using it in Series 2 or something.
Yeah?
We couldn't draft them for the draft league yet because that wasn't they weren't allowed yet, but now that if I go into another league or whatever, I might draft it.
Mhm.
And if I play Series 2, I will most likely be using it.
I mean, I don't see any reason why not, you know.
Penguin. I need to tell you about one of my biggest complaints with the game's translation. You know how there's this one place called Los Platos?
Yes.
Good old the plates.
Yes.
Well, in Spanish they had to translate it for whatever reason, even though the name is already in Spanish, and it's nothing close to Los Platos. So they just changed it completely.
They changed it to completely.
Yeah, so in my version, the one I'm playing right now in Spanish, I don't get Los Platos. It doesn't exist. I am plateless.
I am plateless. Oh no. How dare
like,
you, Spanish translators of the Pokemon.
Yeah, I think they called it like Altafor or something like that. I mean, it still sounds like something in Spanish, but I don't have plates. I wanted plates.
Los Platos. The plates.
Los
See, I
Platos
remember
is just
seeing
a
that
good
and I
name.
was like, does that just mean the plates? But I don't think I actually ever said anything. And then I was watching Chaos's playthrough initially. It's like, literally, it's called the plates. I was like, I thought so.
You were like, nah, they wouldn't call it
They wouldn't
that. Oh, they
call
did.
it that. Yeah, they would. It's funny.
Good old Los Platos. I still believe in the second penguin. Échame un plato. Pero sí, Dito, uno de los primeros pueblos a los que llegas, creo que es Altafor o algo así. En inglés está como los platos. Y están bien chidos esos platos.
Platos. I mean, like I said, look at it. I mean, I'm gonna scroll over it right now. It's literally Los Platos.
That is now one of my favorite places in the Pokemon world, just because it's funny sounding.
Oh man.
Even other places where they didn't change the name that much, they still felt the need to change the name, like to have it retranslated. I think in English, one of the names is Alfornada, the one with the psychic gym, Alfornada.
Yep, Alfornada.
Well, in my game, it appears as Alforno,
Alforno.
just because they needed to be different. They couldn't just keep it the same.
No, that's not it. Okay. Right?
Ajá, pero Dito, Pueblo Taifor en inglés está como los platos, que está mucho más chido.
Platos.
Yo prefiero los platos que a Taifor. ¿Por qué a Taifor?
It's the plates.
Just call it the plates. Está más chido los platos.
Uy.
Y Alfornada también suena más chido que al forno. Al forno, de hecho, sí suena que te están mentando la madre o algo así. Al forno sounds kind of weird. Alfornada is better too.
The psychic gym. I had the dark dog. I had Mastiboff, so I went burr with the psychic gym. I went burr. It was not
I had
hard.
Skeledirge, so yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't think that's something I talked about with Chaos or Wolfos. Did you like the part about the gyms where they used a Pokemon that wasn't their type and they terrored it into their type?
I mean, we saw it coming with the Sudowoodo from the trailers with Brassius, so it turned the Sudowoodo into a tree.
It was actually
I
a grass
thought
type.
It was yeah, so it became an actual grass type, but I mean, I saw it coming. I mean, they chose some good, for the most part, they chose some good typings for those Pokemon. Like, you think about Iono and the levitating Mischievous that becomes an electric type, so therefore it has no more weakness.
But that's the thing, though. You just said the two that I actually liked, and the rest I didn't find them making much sense.
Yeah. Yeah, that's also what I said. I was like, oh, okay, this
You
is
have
cool.
Iono going no weakness mode, which is really cool. You
Mhm.
have the truly Wudo, which is a really good joke.
Yep.
But other than that, a lot of them I was just like, why that
Well,
Pokemon?
the Teddiursa into a bug, it becomes a bugbear.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, I kind of understand that one a little bit more now.
So yeah, it becomes a bugbear. Let's see. I'm trying to think of the other gyms. Let's see. The
Like, for
Psychic.
example, with Larry, you get he has a Pokemon that's actually normal. So it's like, okay, you have your normal Staraptor and just starts hitting harder because he also uses Facade.
Yeah.
So
And then
if
I
you
paralyze
status it and
and
it's
it hurts.
Terra and it hits you with Facade, it's going to hit really hard.
Yeah,
that one I got too.
Yeah.
But say, for example,
well, like,
Rhyme turns a Toxtricity into a Ghost. Is that trying to say that Rockstars die young or something?
oh my gosh.
That's the one explanation I could come up with.
That's hilarious, and I never thought about that. Yeah, I mean, the Toxtricity becomes a ghost. What the Altaria becomes an ice type? I guess
Yeah,
that
the
kinda,
Altaria.
I guess that kind of
For
makes
Altaria,
sense
I was
because
just
you're
saying
like,
how,
it's an ice type, or it's a dragon flying. Let's throw ice at it. It becomes an ice type, and then it just resists.
That or it betrays dragons, because you know how Mega Altaria turned into a fairy?
Oh, jeez.
So yeah, it was like, oh, you want to betray dragons again and become one of their enemies. Cool.
So, I mean, I don't know, and then it just becomes psychic. But the thing is, it's like, even though it's like, you would be better off not terroring it, gym leader who I am facing, because I know you're going to do it, so I'm just going to click a move that's weak to that typing, and then sure enough, it becomes a water type or a bug type or whatever, when it wasn't weak to the move I'm going to use, but now it is.
But they can't fake you out. That would make it too hard.
Yeah.
GG Dito in an item bundle. Well, the other ones are the water gym turns the Crabominable into water.
Yep.
And I think that's just to make it hit harder with it has Crab Hammer.
Yeah.
So that one's just literally just like, oh, I'm going to make my big crab a water type so it hits harder with Crab Hammer.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's like, I mean, it's a crab, it's a water type, it's like, okay.
And then the Psychic Gym was a floor gaze.
It was.
And that one I didn't understand either.
I'm still trying to figure that one out. I'm like, why the psychic? It's like, because
yeah, like, why
it was strong. It was strong against dark type. Now it's weak to dark type. Master Biff go burr. Let's see what else.
That is all of them.
What else? I feel like we're missing one.
Well, it's in the order by levels. It's Bugbear, then it's Truly Wudo, then the Miss Mages.
Yep.
Then the Crab.
Crab. Okay.
That's
Then
4,
Larry.
and the other ones are Larry, the Psychic, the Ghost, and the Dragon. So yeah, that's all of them.
Yeah, the ice. Yeah.
The one I think
Okay.
is the weirdest then is the Psychic type.
Yeah, the floor just doesn't make too much sense to become a psychic type.
But then a lot of them are also like, oh, move, that works. Let's go.
I just ran into a Flittle. Don't worry, it's not shiny.
I mean, I wouldn't be worried if it was shiny. I would be happy.
Well, I know you said you were going for it for a little bit, and you never got it. And then I just randomly run into one, and oh, look, it's shiny.
But I wouldn't be mad because I have my Spathra now.
Yes, yes, you do. That's good. I
I
love
didn't
that
have to
shiny.
evolve it. I just don't have the line. But I'm really too sure about if I care too much about that. If I do have the Spathra.
Chansey spawns here too, apparently.
Fancies, they just follow you everywhere.
They follow you everywhere.
I hated them in Let's Go. No, Dito, a mí todavía me queda tantito del bocadillo. Si no me sale otro en estos... Oh, ya no se me acabó el bocadillo.
Oh,
No,
there
I'm
goes
out
your
of
sandwich.
sandwich.
Yep.
But at least I did get one. I'll talk to my friend about whether he wants it, and so that I can probably
Right.
get another one at a different time. We might end up hunting together too, so
There we go.
no worries. Let's see if I get something else just in this one go, and then I have to think about what I want. Iron Hands. I don't like Iron Hands in the shiny form. There's a Burb. There are lots of Venomoths.
Oh wait, what did we say you were gonna go for? I thought we agreed on going for something else. I don't remember though.
Was it a dragon?
No.
No, it was something normal, because you said the normal.
I don't remember.
You won Nature Guess for my Iron Bundle?
Nature guess? Oh, you got a booster energy. Nice.
Yay.
Nice.
This is
I
ready
honest-
to go to work.
I don't even know like what's good for it, so I'm just gonna go with sassy marked. It'll be sassy.
Sassy
it'll be
Mark. That's the classic. That's the
Yeah.
absolute classic. So it's
That's not
I
sassy.
think it's
That's timid.
that is timid.
That's timid. Yep.
Wait, you guessed timid some time
No, I
ago,
said-
and timid
yeah,
is
I
really
did.
really good for this thing.
That's good.
So timid, but no marks or emblems. But hey, I got a shiny with a good nature. That's all I care about.
Yeah. Now you don't have to mint it.
I do have a lot of mints, but yeah.
Yeah, it's always good when you don't have to use it though.
Dito, no sé qué quiero ahora. Voy a ir a curar y ahorita pienso. I think I said Cyclizar.
Oh, shiny Rufflet!
Oh, let's go.
Shiny Rufflet! I almost walked past
Shiny
it. Let's
chicken.
go!
Wow, I wouldn't have been able to tell that was shiny, maybe?
It was darker, and I saw its wings like flap, and it was a little bit there, but it's like I saw it. Let's go! Random shiny rufflet.
GG, Jimmy, que ya sacó otro shiny. Wait, how many do you have so far for the stream? Because I feel like you've gotten a lot.
A lot. I mean, let's see. We got the 2 giraffes, we got the 2 Nackleys, and the cloth, and now the rufflet. I got 6 in 2 hours.
I mean, that's really
and 1
good.
is random.
Oh yeah, this was random.
This is random. I have no boost. Hey, I got the crit capture. Let's go. Let's go.
I think that I went in between, like, with Chaos, I was giving Chaos the luck. Then with Wolfos, she was giving me the luck, and now I'm giving the luck to
And
you.
now I'm giving the luck to me.
We're just sharing. We share the luck.
What gen was Rufflet?
I think 5?
5?
Yeah.
R.
Ruthless.
Yes. Big bird on screen. Oh my gosh.
Big bird. It's number 627.
Yes. All right, I got it. Cool. I am in another battle.
I want to know whether I'm going for Cyclizar or
Oh,
if
you
I
were
do-
gonna go for
if I-
Cyclizar. Right.
If I do want to go for that or the Frigibox, either way it's Dragon.
Yeah, do Dragon Sandwich, because in that area where you're at, that's where they're at. All right, so
I'm going
nature
to,
suggestion. Nature.
Oh, for your nature, I'm
Yeah.
going to guess.
It's a flying turret. Right?
I'm going to guess Brave.
Brave, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to run a poll.
Okay. Twitchy Witchy, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on into the Tortuga Shell. All right, it is special defense over defense. That is gentle, and it is not marked.
Cyclizar. Oh,
Gentle.
backs.
Very nice. Gonna go ahead save.
Vamos a ponerlo por 2 minutos.
But
Órale,
yeah,
Botin. If you're here on my side, you just vote for my next hunt, because it's going to be one of those 2.
I am gonna vote that one. There you go.
I'm pretty sure
voted for it.
Cyclizar is going to win.
Yeah, probably. It's a new I mean, they're both new shinies, but Cyclizar
They're
has
both
the
Gen
better of
9,
the
so
shiny.
that's always nice.
Yeah,
But
Cyclizar
then
has the better
where do
shiny.
I go for those, by the way?
The Cyclizar, if you go to top left, Porta, I don't even remember what it is.
To Porto Marinada?
Yeah, Porta Marinada, right outside of there. You know, if you have a Dragon Sandwich, all that spawns are Cyclizars.
Okay, that sounds cool.
Just be ready to chase them, because they run.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Let's go! We got a random shiny Rufflet. We are popping off today.
Shiny Ruthless. I have exactly one more, I have one more salty Herba Mystica for this one sandwich.
Alright, there you go. Let's hope you get it, then, the Cyclizar.
I mean, if I get it quickly, I'm going for the... I'm going for the Frigibox.
Yeah. I'm assuming that's that one, or is winning. Yeah, it is.
I'm not even looking at the poll because I already know.
The poll's there just for formalities, you know, you already knew what was gonna win.
Yeah. so they don't accuse me of being evil and just doing what I want. Except that I am evil and do what I want, but not this time.
You'll abide by the results of the poll, right?
Yeah. All 2 votes for Cyclizar. But even if I would have voted, then it would have just been 2-1.
Yeah.
So Cyclizar it is. I need a Dragon Sandwich, which means that I need an avocado.
Avocado.
Avocado with salty and spicy. Okay. I love my Spath right now.
Yes.
And the Iron Bundle looks really cool too. Just look at him.
He's sleeping.
Make thingy.
He was sleeping.
Preparar a tu gusto.
Frame
Oh wait,
rate.
this is something I complained a lot to Wolfos. This thing says panceta. I have no clue what panceta is, but in English that is bacon.
Yeah, that's bacon. Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, what? I didn't even know if I had any bacon because it didn't say
What?
bacon. To me, bacon is tocino.
Translations.
So I was like, why? And the thing is that the bacon, the panceta, it looks really thick. I don't usually
Oh, it
see
is.
bacon
It's
that thick.
so thick.
It's like a big slab of bacon, and I'm like, what?
You're like eating the whole package. Just.
Aguacate. ¿Por qué panceta? No tengo idea, Botsito. Pero así lo tradujeron.
Man.
En vez de tocino dice panceta. Y en vez de ser tiritas de tocino como las que uno ve normalmente, son unos trozones así bien grandotes.
Mirko.
Oh yeah, my friend Ditto here calls it bacon.
Yeah, they can't.
Oh, I love the shiny Iron Bundle. I'm really happy that that is my first paradox. And I did get my sandwich right. Let's go off to chase lizards.
Yeah, wait till you see how many spawn too. You gotta
Oh, I'm
dodge. You
kinda
gotta
scared.
be ready.
I already saw 2.
You gotta.
Oh my god, I already see a lot of them. What is
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah, there's so many of them.
How am I even supposed to see the shiny?
Oh, you'll notice the shiny.
I mean, it's really noticeable, I know, but wow, there's like a lot of lizards.
There's so many of them.
How does
That's
that
the
go
only
on there?
dragon on that route that spawns there, so all that's gonna spawn is the Cyclozar. It's great.
That's something that Tony the Tiger would say. Ah, I have one run into me.
Yeah, that's gonna happen a lot.
Oh no, this is the Spothra all over again. Wait, does the helmet change? Like the top part of his head?
The shiny. I mean, it turns white instead of the green.
Yeah, but does the head change? I should have updated my overlay before doing this, by the way.
Maybe. Maybe. I don't honestly remember. Hold on, I
I'm
got it.
just
I
going
got
to
you. I
hope
got you.
it
I got
does.
you. I got you. I got you. It
Not
does.
actually
Oh
over
yeah,
the
it does.
one,
Oh,
pero-
oh yeah, it does. Absolutely.
Okay, yeah,
does.
so I'll look at the head more than anything for the ones that aren't as close to me.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so many of them. I just ran into another one. Hola, lagartijas. They just keep spawning and running around. Oh, I just got hit by another one. Okay, this was a fun decision. This is
was
a fun hunt. Oh, dodge.
Dodge. I saw that epic dodge.
I am worried that my dodging skills are not enough for this.
It probably isn't, but you know, you'll be fine. You got this. I believe in you.
I don't know if I actually got this. Just look at them. At least these ones don't like try to charge me when I just stand still for a bit. They just run into me by accident.
Yeah, they kind of just run into you by accident. Sometimes, like, they're not targeting you, but it feels like they are. They just happen to be in the same spot as you, even though they weren't.
Yep, like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What am I even doing?
Trying to find a shiny, I think.
Yeah, but there's so many lizards.
So many of them. I remember doing that hunt. I managed to get one, I think, on my second sandwich. And then right after I did that, I was about to look at the other one, and another one spawned, so I ended up getting 2.
Nice. I'm always so paranoid when hunting because I feel like I'm going to miss something.
Yeah, it's definitely easy to fail if you're not on your toes.
It's definitely easy to fail if there's so many of them running around.
Yeah.
It's like I look at a couple of different ones and there's already like 4 more on the screen.
Yep. There's so many of them.
I think you can spawn up to 15 at a time, so 15 of these running around at the same time.
Yeah.
Seems pretty hectic. Get ready to chase.
Yeah, I told you, get ready to chase it, because if you see it, you want to chase it, because if it goes out of screen, unlike Arceus, it's gone for good.
At least, like I said, I'm looking for the helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, I had a couple of random toxels.
No, those were Sableyes.
Oh. Well, they were purple and little, so I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. Those are static Sableyes. They run down that road. Just like the Growlithe in my area versus when I was going for the cloth.
Yeah, we got those on Monday with Wolfos too.
Yes.
I'm trying to grab this, even though
You shouldn't have grabbed it.
My sandwich. Yeah, I know. If I have to
shouldn't
reset my game, then I'll lose it. But I still want to grab it. If I see an item, I want to grab it.
And it's funny because the cyclist is like, no, you cannot has.
Yeah, no, they're getting in my way. They're running towards the desert. Why are you running towards the desert? It would be cool if I could just like, you know how I played Kingdom Hearts kind of recently?
You did. I was
just wanna
watching
cast,
initially, and then I got busy, and I am very behind.
I want to cast Stop on them.
Stop, yeah. I'm assuming you by this point you finished and the series is over.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't worry, it's going to stay on YouTube, so you can watch it whenever
Absolutely.
you do get the chance.
I will do my
Especially
best.
the parts that you don't understand because they're in Spanish.
They are in Spanish, and I haven't taken enough Spanish and to totally understand. But at least Sora doesn't talk in Spanish. I'll understand the game.
And you'll also understand when Tanuki is laughing at my fails.
Yeah. Laughs in Spanish.
Yeah, he's laughing in Spanish a lot because I kind of failed a lot.
I believe it. Were you playing in like proud mode, or was it just normal?
No.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think I would have beaten the game if I was playing on proud mode.
It is pretty challenging on proud mode. I have not beaten it in proud mode. I just ran into a regular. Cool. It's not shiny.
I was actually talking about that with Wolfos the other day, like who were the most challenging bosses in that one. And for me, it was definitely like the final boss, because obviously the final boss was going to be challenging.
Right.
Then Ursula was one of the tougher ones.
Yep.
And I had a lot of trouble with Cerberus.
Yeah, if, new players struggle with Cerberus. I definitely see that. I agree with Ursula, though. Ursula, underwater fights just in general suck.
I used my special technique of just trying to get behind her head and hitting her nape.
Yep. That's how I beat her. It's like, but you gotta pay attention as well, because when she does, you know,
She starts
more
like
fun
casting
techniques,
thunderbolts everywhere.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for a couple of minutes now, and I'm still amazed at all the lizards.
So many lizards. So, are you planning to play the entirety of the series, or how are you planning
I
to do
am
that?
not sure if the entirety of the series, but so far I'm leaning towards at least playing 2 and 3.
My suggestion is I mean, obviously you can just play 2, but you're gonna want to play the others before you play 3.
Okay.
Because the story ties in with the other games, and it'll just make 3 that much better of an experience.
It will make it make more sense.
Well, it'll make it make more sense because you'll wonder, who are these people? I'll just tell you that right now.
Who are you guys?
Yeah, so there's an order that you should play it, or that they say, but I can more DM you this if you're interested, or you can look it up. But you know, you definitely want to play Birth by Sleep, and Dream Drop Distance prior to it. Although, I mean, yeah, you definitely want to do at least those 2. And I know I'm missing one. Oh, 358 over 2. Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2.
Yeah, that's such a weird title.
I know. It really is, but those are the ones you definitely want to try to play as many of the side games as you can.
I have the
quote unquote side games.
I have the collection, so I do have all of them.
Yeah.
But the very first time I saw the 358 over 2 or whatever, I was like,
yeah.
What? Why is there a fraction on the game's title?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, play the game. It makes more sense, but it still really doesn't make any sense. It's Kingdom Hearts. Yeah.
That's another thing. I think I understand the story so far, but it's kind of one of those deals where I know what I'm talking about, but if you give me a test and ask me to explain it in my own words, I'm going to have trouble.
Well, I mean, the first one isn't too bad, and like I said, you definitely want to play those ones. I would play. Honestly, I would play. This is what I did. It's like I played Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 first, and then I played 358 over 2, and then Birth by Sleep. And then I looked up the gameplay for Dream Drop. I actually never did play. I ran out of time before 3 came out. I still feel like I'm missing some.
You only
I mean,
have
Chain
so
of
much
Memories,
time
but...
to play things, so...
Yeah. I mean, Chain of Memories is another one, but honestly, it's like, that kind of takes place between 1 and 2, and it kind of explains what happens at the beginning of 2. For the most part, I mean, there's still some, you know, gaping holes that it's like, wait, what?
Some kind of loose ends.
But it's not too bad. Though I have to say, 3 did not do that, which is why you want to play the games.
Okay, I'll make sure to at least know what is going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So far,
play the games or look up the gameplay, you know, and story. I would say
I still
play
have to
it
record
just
some videos
so.
for the first one, but mostly the end game stuff, like super bosses and other things.
Oh, you're gonna do the super bosses?
Yes, I am that dumb.
Okay. I mean, what? That's up to you.
I know they're really hard and that I have to
They
grind
are.
and be ready.
They are.
But that's why I finished the playthrough and I said that those were going to be like for an extra video. I'm going to do an extra video like getting stuff that I missed, like chests that I didn't open and stuff like that.
Yep.
And I'm going to do an extra video for the super bosses. An extra 1 or maybe more videos depending on how I do, and I'm not expecting to do well, so probably more than 1 video. I remember getting absolutely wrecked by things that weren't even super bosses.
Right. Like Ursula.
Like Ursula, well, she was a regular boss, but
She's
yeah.
a regular boss. But...
Well, but you know what messed me up? Like one of the times where I genuinely felt like I was really bad at the game. There was this one time where I was in the Aladdin stage,
Uh-huh.
and I went into like this. There was like this sort of alley, and one of those things that looks like a regular vase that you can break.
Oh.
It became kind of like a scorpion, and that scorpion like destroyed me.
You're like, I just wanted to break the vase.
Yeah, I was like exploring and having fun, and next thing you know, I was dead.
Pots. Yeah, no Link, no pots. You cannot be Link.
I wanted to be Link so hard, but I just died.
Yeah, those spider pots are pretty.
Stuck in the wall.
They're pretty, yeah.
Oh, speaking of stuck, did you see my clip where I got stuck while going back to one of Team Star's bases?
Oh no, I didn't.
I had to reset the game.
You had to reset the game? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I had done I think it was Mela's base. It was one of the earlier ones.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just exploring the rest of the route, and I went back into the base, and I was just like jumping around, and I landed on one of those like metal platforms. But instead of just jumping and landing back when the Koraidon was landing, it just got stuck in the landing animation, and I was just gliding across the platform. It didn't let me open the menu. It didn't let me, like jump again to get off the platform. So that's why I had to reset. I was just like stuck.
Yeah, I had that happen once. Luckily, I was able to like try to get a jump out, but yeah, it looks like he was constantly falling, despite being on the platform.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I couldn't jump.
Yeah, this game is totally not bugged. That's the way it's supposed to happen.
Made with so much love and care and attention to detail. ¿Qué tal? Pues ando cazando aquí a estos lagartijos que se mueven en chinga y que salen un chingo. Entonces está chistoso. ¿Tú cómo andas? A Jimmy le ha ido muy bien, ya lleva harto shiny hoy. Telling my friend Gak that you have the shiny look.
I do. I got 6 so far today. Like I said, I got the two giraffes, the 2 Knackleys, which one has evolved into a Knacklestack now, the Cloth, and now the Rufflet. I don't think I got anything else down in Area 0, so all that within 2 hours.
Ajá, o sea, lleva 6 shinies en 2 horas. Los sandwichitos están bien rotos.
Yeah, and the Rufflet was random, because I don't have a boost outside of the shiny charm.
It was boosted charm with no boost.
Boosted charm with no boost, if that makes sense.
Everything makes sense if you make it make sense to you. I still see a lot of lizards and I'm scared. They just spawn like right behind me where I can't see them, and then they run into me.
Yep, I just... Cap's a kid, no, go away. I haven't been run over by that thing in a long time.
I really like Scovillain's, like, the whole idea of it.
Yeah.
But I would like it if it was a bit stronger. I feel like it's not as strong as it could be. El récord que ocupó el primer stream de estos que hice, Chaos encontró como 12 en 3 horas. Y estoy seguro de que sí he encontrado más. I tried using Scovillain for my for this playthrough for my Violet, but I didn't end up liking it a whole lot.
It's kind of sad because it's got a good typing too, the Grass Fire.
It's got a great typing, and I really like the concept, like I said, but it felt kind of hard to make it work. Even for a more casual playthrough.
Yeah. I kind of hope that, like, during my Violet Shiny playthrough, Nuzlocke thing, whatever I try to do, Shiny Lock.
You have to include whatever in the title,
yeah,
please.
whatever it is. Whatever I decide to do with it, it's like, I hope I get to use some mods that that I haven't used before. Like, I know I'm gonna do, like, for my first playthrough in Scarlet, I used the cat, For my second playthrough in Violet, I used the croc, so I'm gonna use the duck this time. Just so I
the
can
dog.
say that
I
I've
used it
all
for this
three.
playthrough.
Yeah, I used all three, so I'm gonna definitely have a great water type on the team. It's just, what else will I have? I just got a moonstone. Nice.
It's going to be water fighting by the end. Ah,
Yeah.
got attacked by a lizard again.
I can tell when you go, ah!
I mean, what if I, well, I just got attacked again. Gaku, pues son demasiados. Yo solo quiero uno que sea blanquillo. Pero me atacan todos. Mira, aquí en la pared se amontonan. I just realized that if I go close to the wall and the cliff, that's the easiest place to just get attacked by many of them at the same time.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, sorry for my yawning. Tired. I'm always tired, though. Hashtag
Don't
team
worry,
tired.
it's kind of late for you.
Yeah, it's 9:40. And I don't typically
nighttime.
stream on Wednesdays. I gotta work in the morning.
I only streamed on days where I was already supposed to stream for the multis.
Yeah.
And that's why I didn't schedule anymore, because I knew I wasn't going to be able to stream on days where I wasn't only going to be streaming before.
Yeah, I mean, if a lot of what I do, it's like I kind of wish that I could, you know, stream without worrying about work. I have a 40 minute drive to the office one way, and so by the time, like, I'm a 9 to 5 like employee, more or less. It's like, so I gotta leave by, we'll say 8:20 for the 40 minutes. You know, I get there at 9 o'clock, I do my shift, I leave at 5, I don't get home till like 5:40. You know, so I'm gone for, you know, over 9 hours, nearly 10. Am I mathing right?
I don't know how to math.
But like 9 to 10 hours a day, and then you only have like, you know, 4 or 5 hours, plus you still gotta, you know, cook and eat and all of that fun
And
stuff
sleep.
because, you know, adult.
Yeah, adulting is kind of
So-
hard.
For a while I was streaming after work and everything, but then I just realized it's like I was just tired and the energy wasn't there, and I couldn't keep it up anymore, and just the burnout was real.
Yeah, I can imagine how that happens, because it is kind of difficult. The one thing that I think helps me a lot is that 2 out of my 3 jobs I can do at home. But I mean, first of all,
Yeah.
I have 3 jobs, by the way.
Yeah,
But
right?
at least being able to do 2 of them from home saves me a lot of time in transportation, and I don't get stuck in traffic and other stuff. But it keeps me very busy.
Yeah, I kind of wish I could work more from home. The lot of stuff that I'm doing right now, like at this moment in terms of my projects at work, I could do from home. That being said, I also feel like I'm more productive in the office, which is why I choose to do that. But I've also
I
worked
must
it out
confess
with
that having my office in the same place as my
Yeah.
consoles is not good for productivity. Hey, shiny Cyclizar! Let's go!
Hey, there you go. Nice. Let's go. I told you I
Hey,
changed.
Jacobo, encontramos
Look
a
at
la
it.
lagartija que hace zoom. What
But
do I
yeah,
want? This,
I work from home Mondays and Fridays now. I work that out with my boss. So it's not as bad.
I want a Premiere. Let's just throw Premiere and see what happens.
There you go. I'm surrounded by ski-doos.
Hey, and I got a critical capture. It was meant to be the Premiere then.
It was meant to be the premiere. Yo, let's go!
Yeah, I got another shiny. So this is 4 for the stream now. And I'm still hoping I have some sandwich left to go and see if I get the Frigi box. So I'm gonna go do that.
Yeah, no, do it up.
I just took a quick peek around to see if I had any other lizards there wanting to join.
Right. I didn't see any. But you got a fire 6-star raid.
I think it's you. Oh yeah, I think that it's a Hippowdon.
A fire Hippowdon?
A Hippowdon, yeah, and doing the Hippowdon 6-star sucks because it spams yawn a lot.
Oh, so you gotta get a mod
I usually
that's good
set
with
up
insomnia.
Misty Terrain for that.
Yeah, or that.
I actually when I do raids with my friends, I usually play I try to be the support guy.
Mm-hmm.
Where I ran into a doggy. Hi, doggy.
Hi. Well,
I
that's
bring
shiny
a
that I can go for.
Grimmsnarl.
I don't have those. Yeah.
I like the little doggo. The big doggo I don't like as much.
Mm-hmm.
For the 6 stars, what I usually try to do is stop attacking me, dogs. I don't want to play.
You're trying to finish the story.
Yeah, I'm trying to finish my story here, and I'm trying to get one of these little boogers. What I usually do is that I'll bring a Grimmsnarl that has one of the screens, whichever is better for the one Pokemon that we're fighting.
Right.
And I have taunt because you know how they sometimes like the Swords Dance and other things that mess you up.
Yep.
And I have the... What do I have?
Misty
and I have
Terrain.
Misty Terrain, just in case. Because some of them have, like, Yawn and other things that are mean and evil.
Yeah.
So I like being a supporter. And then the rest of my friends can just bring their Sumerils and destroy.
or Iron Hands.
Yeah, I have a friend that likes to use Iron Hands.
I use Iron Hands for most of my raids. It's just so good.
Oh, I don't like that I have a snowstorm, so it makes it a little hard to see these guys.
Snowstorm, go away! Clap, clap. That's actually
Diga,
the
como si están
area where I
chiquitines,
got
entonces
it.
se ve, está difícil. I at least learned recently from Wolfos that you guys were doing, well, that you and I'm not sure if it was Chaos too, that were hunting for this thing here.
Yeah, I was hunting for it here. I think Chaos was. I don't remember.
I'm just gonna roll down the mountain. You can, if you've been paying attention to my screen, you can probably tell that I haven't fought most of the trainers.
Oh no, I haven't either. I fought more in my Violet copy and even wandering around, like when I was looking for raids. Like I mentioned, I'm trying to find a raid that drops like 2 or 3 salty herbs, and then I can reset it, so I can have it in this copy. However, I haven't found it, and then as I'm wandering, it's like, man, it's like I thought I fought a lot of the trainers, but I also missed a lot of the trainers.
There are a lot of trainers, first of all, but
yeah,
I have been fighting them in my Scarlet playthrough, because that's like the official playthrough or whatnot.
right.
The fully recorded one where I do want to show all the trainers and stuff.
Yeah.
But in this one, I think I've fought only like
a handful.
I think I've completed one of the challenges from the league, the
Oh,
battle
gosh.
representatives that go
Oh,
like,
gosh.
oh yeah, I'm gonna give you this thing if you beat a lot of trainers. And it was just because I found out that one of those gives you the TM for Earthquake, and I was like, oh cool, I need Earthquake, and
Yeah,
I went
need
and did
Earthquake, so I can make it and figure that out.
Yeah, I mean, I like that you can make them, but I can't say I love that you can't make it if you haven't already gotten from somewhere.
Yeah. So you have to have it unlocked, you have to have wandered and everything like that.
And then sometimes you don't even know where they actually, where to actually find them.
Hey! Shiny Bramblin! Let's go!
Oh, cool, and that's another one that wasn't even
Yo,
boosted.
let's go!
I am your.
That one looked a little different. I didn't see any yellow, and I'm like, wait.
GG.
Hey, let's go. This one screams Premier Ball. This one screams Premier Ball, so let's give it a Premier Ball.
Tell it to stop yelling.
Yeah, it was meant to be. Let's go. That's actually wicked. I was just saying, this is another one I didn't have, too. Yo,
I like that
GGs.
thing. I really like that typing, thanks to Delmice.
GG's. Let's get some nature suggestions. What do you think?
I'm thinking naughty.
Naughty? Naughty, naughty.
Why? I don't know, but what if it is naughty?
That is awesome. GG's.
So that's 7 for the almost 3 hours now. Not bad.
Thank you, Mark. I appreciate it. Alright, let's see what it is. So, it is a Bramblin, of course. It's a Ghost Terra type. Premier Ball. It looks really good, honestly. It looks great. It is a neutral nature. It's serious. It's a serious Bramblin.
So it's kind of the opposite from what I said. I wanted it to be naughty, but no, it's serious.
It's very serious. There we go.
Now it starts
there we
snowing
go.
again.
Like I said, I was staring at it and I was like, wait, that looks a little different. Oh my gosh. So that's awesome.
I love the way that you have to do that. Like, whenever you see a shiny that you're not too sure about, you go like,
Yeah, you do that like little head tilt there. Like, is that? Oh, it is. Oh. Well, like I said,
Sometimes I just run into them because I don't even know. It's not until I see the sparkles that we're like, oh.
Yeah, it didn't look yellow. That's why I was like, is that a shiny? And I ran into it. It's like, not sure. So I'm like, I mean, worst case is that it's, you know, worst case is that it's not a shiny and I just waste a little time, but it was indeed shiny.
But it was the best case instead.
Yeah, it was great. Still not what I'm looking for. But yeah, see like how this has like more yellowish looking? Ba-da-ding.
Wait, what? Where were you even looking for? I don't even remember.
I'm looking for the Rellor. The golden.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I did. I
The
do remember
golden ball.
now that you mentioned it, but I didn't remember.
Yeah, it's on my layout, so aren't you paying attention?
I can't read, even though that has nothing to do with reading.
So you can't see. Got it.
I don't understand visual cues either.
Don't understand visual cues. So yeah, like that's not shiny. But yeah, it's like it. I did. I found it. I did. I saw it. I'm happy I saw that. I really am.
That's one of those ones that I would have definitely missed.
Yeah.
But I think it's funny. I'll miss like. I'm pretty sure that I would miss a lot of the hard ones, but I'm pretty sure that I wouldn't miss a Tauros or a Slowpoke.
Like, and those are like the super difficult ones to find. Like, especially the Tauros. Like, holy crap.
Oh no, my sandwich is out. No Frigibox yet, but I did get a Cyclosaur, so that was good.
We did. Did we get a
I think
nature
that
or
then
anything on that?
for the few minutes that we have left, I'm going to keep hatching eggs, and hopefully I'll get a cat.
Yeah. Did we get a
Oh,
nature
I want to
on
hear
your
your
Cyclosaur?
nature guess for the Cyclosaur.
Why don't we say naive?
A naive Cyclosaur. Okay, let's check.
I don't know
as
if
soon
that's
as
good
I
for it,
appear
but
in
that's what I'm gonna
Mesagosa.
say.
Mesagosa.
Mesagosa.
Oh, and I need to update my overlay too, because I didn't for the whole other hunt. Okay, I got the Cyclosaur. Where are you, Cyclosaur? Oh wow, I can't find it. You see how I don't see visual cues either?
Right? Whoosh.
Oh wait, I want to go for belly bolt at some point too.
Oh, that's another good one. I want to get it. Cat. Hi, buddy.
I am really not seeing the Cyclosaur.
Cyclosaur is 967. If that helps you.
I'm going to change this to the Sprigatito first. Because I am looking for Sprigatito. Hatching a couple of eggs.
Eggs.
Oh, no wonder I wasn't seeing the Cyclosaur. It's for some reason all the way at the bottom. It's apparently the number is wrong.
Oh gosh, that's big.
Okay, we got the Cyclosaur. Let's go.
GG's.
Yo, Tito, si no te salió, la ventaja es que puedes nada más resetear si no te salió nada con tu sandwich. Sandwich. Oh wait, I didn't check the Cyclosaur's nature. But it's bold with no mark.
No mark, bold.
That's bold of you, Cyclosaur.
I get it.
I'm going to just put I'm going to show you my shiny box that has Pokemon that are not shiny because I need to put those somewhere else. Hey, what do you know? It's full, but because I have Pokemon that shouldn't be here. I do have Gotita and Nacli on my Draft League team, so yeah. Well, Gothitelle and Garganacl, but you know what I mean. Más que buscar a Sprigatito, Dito, tengo aquí unos huevitos. Entonces, en lo que se acaba nuestra hora de stream, que es ya casi, voy a abrir un par.
I don't know how I ran into that Bramblin, but I was like super far away, and next thing you know, it was like, ah, I'm here. I was like, holy crap.
Oh, well, I just took 2 steps and hatched an egg, so let's go.
It was ready to hatch. And that's the shiny. Let's go. Right? That would have been hilarious.
That I would have spit out my water.
Yeah. Bramblin, no. You are not shiny, I can tell.
You are shiny, but shiny. I'm just releasing them because I already have a lot of them, so they'll be better off in the wild.
That's fun. Wildcats!
That reminds me of High School Musical. Wildcats!
Wildcats, yes.
Everybody say it now.
That's a popular
This
movie.
is not shiny either, no.
Very popular movie.
Fairly popular trilogy.
Yeah.
But yes, the first one is the better one in my opinion. Not like any of them are masterpieces, but
Right.
yeah, we do kind of like. Saludito, cuídate. Yo ya voy a acabar también, entonces si no nos vemos ahorita ya nos vemos después.
I'm assuming you've seen all 3 of them then?
Yeah, I think I even got to see the first one in Spanish.
Oh yeah, that had to be interesting.
Yeah, and then I saw the first one of the originals in Spanish, but there was also a Mexican version where they played soccer instead.
That's funny. So I know with the third one, like, you know how at the beginning of the movie they're all graduating or trying to figure out what they're doing and all of that fun stuff.
Yep.
Well, there was at the beginning, after like their first song or whatever, with the dancing and everything, it's like, Troy obviously finds Gabriella at their locker, and all of a sudden this kid comes up, like, acting like that he wants, Troy's autograph because, he's the star baseball player. Well, apparently that wasn't scripted, and they were actually filming that in the middle of that school while school was actually in session.
And then
And
just
that
one
was an
random kid
actual
went like,
fan.
hey.
Yeah, that was an actual fan who literally just went up and was like, "Can you sign my yearbook?" And it's like, it's like, it's those like stories there, and the actors, it's like, just played it off. It's like, "Hey man, how's it going? Thank you so much." And they play it off like that Troy is the big basketball player. And it's just, like I said, it's just a little cool moment there that it's like you made that kid's probably whole world.
He would have probably been very happy. But hey, I didn't know that. That's a good
and
piece
he
of
made it in
trivia.
the movie.
He's in the movie just because he wanted an autograph.
Yeah. But I guess he wasn't the only one that interrupted, because again, it's like they were playing, they were filming in the middle of the school day.
Yeah,
So
I'm not sure why they would do that.
The kids were told to avoid those hallways, but yeah.
But not listening is part of the kid way of life.
You know what? Give me detention. I got, frickin' Zac Efron's autograph.
I think I'm just going to do a couple more
Worth
eggs
it.
before I end stream. Are we going to raid someone in particular? You want to double raid or raid someone else doing multis?
Yeah, I mean, we could double raid. One could go into Kong, one could go into Chaos. I think they're still going.
Oh
Chaos
wow,
doesn't
and I think
usually-
they started before us.
Yeah, they typically do about 5 hours. At least Chaos does, so we could go one. I could raid Kong since I know Kong a bit more, and you can do Chaos.
Alright, that sounds good. I'll do one more egg after this one then.
Yeah, just let me know. Like I said, I don't have a boost, so unless I find a random shiny by the time you're doing the.
You're on
egg.
the no boost.
And if you get the egg, I want to watch. So I pulled your stream back up. Oh gosh, frame rate. Why? Game.
At least
frame
I
rate.
don't think it gets as bad anywhere like it does in the lake.
Lag Lake.
Yeah, Lag Lake.
Lag Lake. Lag Lake and Lag 3 Thicket. Oh, that's a shiny Capsicum! What?
Wait, what?
Let's go! Right at the end of the stream!
You got a bunch of shinies without even boosting, just pure charm and luck.
Let's go! I don't even know what ball to use for this thing.
GG.
I was
though.
kind of kidding. Actually, Nest Ball looks really good with Capsicum.
Yeah, I was about to say, are you sure you don't want to use a nest?
Yeah, let's go. Let's get some nature suggestions for this last one. That's my third random shiny.
That's some epic luck.
Spicy pepper Pokemon.
Since it's spicy, I'm going to say hasty for the nature.
Oh, Rufflet. No. Hasty for the nature. Okay. Yuri Corn, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on into the Tortuga Shell. Hey man, how's it going? I just got a shiny Capsicid, so on my 7th shiny in 3 hours, so it's been pretty wild. Hope you were well, my friend. Alright, let's check this thing out. It is... What'd you say, hasty?
Yeah.
It is attack over special defense, which is naughty. There's the naughty.
Oh wait, why am I getting them like at the wrong time? I'm getting the right natures at the wrong time.
Oh my gosh. All right. No thanks, I'm all set, but I appreciate you reaching out, my friend. I have all the graphics I needed. All right, I'm
going to hatch one more egg just to see if I get another shiny.
Capsicid.
Because you got a shiny right before we ended.
Literally right before we ended. We're talking about who we're gonna raid.
That Capsicid was just like, no, wait. The Capsicid coming in.
Gosh.
You were very clutch with your sandwiches, with your timings for the shiny.
What's nice about the 3 random shinies is that it's all 3 shinies that I don't have yet. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah, that's nice. I think I really like the ones that I got, even if I still don't have my fridge box.
Yeah.
I feel like I got some good ones.
Yeah. All right, we good?
Oh wait, this is a 6 IV. I'm going to save this one. But yeah, we're good. I still have X for some other time. I'm going to save once again.
Time. Well, that was fun. Well, thanks so much, SoloSalo.
You could just say soy.
SoloSalo. No, I'm being a butt.
SoloSalo, if you want to go for the full combo. Or SoloSalo, you can mix and match. It's magical.
I'm gonna mix and max them all until everybody is confused.
That's
but guys,
the best
thank you
strategy
so much for coming into the stream. If you're in the chat, please copy and paste the raid message. Please make sure to check out Soy. I am going to shout you out at SoloSalo. So please
I'm
make
going
sure
to say
check
bye
them
in
out.
Spanish. Para quienes andaban por acá, gracias por acompañarnos. Nos la pasamos bien. Hubo varios Chinese, lo cual nos agrada mucho. Vayan también a checar ahí el canal de Jimmy, que tengo aquí el link en la multi. Y vayan a decirle que hola a Chaos, porque vamos a echarle raid a Chaos, con quien hicimos stream también apenas. Yo me despido, banda. Yo soy SoloSalo. Nos vemos en la próxima. Okay, I'm ready to raid Chaos, apparently.
Thanks, brother. Welcome. All right, we're going to go raid Kong. They are currently doing a multi, which is really, really cool. Go check out Kong. Go check out Chaos. And I really appreciate everyone coming in to the stream today. Appreciate the follows. Appreciate all that. We had some good luck. Soy had good luck, which is awesome. And
Yes.
yeah, let's go raid Kong and Chaos. So guys, thank you so much for coming out. And we'll see you next time. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye. I pushed the button.
Raid.